Hey. What was that? Hey, get out of here. Let's turn on this one. Hey. Stream PC, go. Hooray! Okay, how do I sound? Do I sound good? Oh, hey, I just noticed my audio is down a couple notches. That explains why I sound so quiet in my own ears. Okay, that explains it. There we go. Okay. Hey, Zero! Hey, how's it going? Bro's singing. I hope you guys are having a very good Thanksgiving. So, give me a moment. I'm going to turn on the avatar stuff, and we'll begin in just a moment. There we go. Wherever you are in the world, like, if you celebrate Thanksgiving, like, I hope you have a happy Thanksgiving. If you don't celebrate Thanksgiving wherever you are, I just hope you're having a very good day. A very nice one. One that, you know, you're surrounded by a bunch of people that you are, that you love very, very much. Got done with Thanksgiving, had ham instead of turkey. Ooh, good stuff. I went over to a family member's place, and we had an early dinner, and we had, like, a very nice turkey. Like, it turned out amazing. I forget what it was. Like, I think it was a salt brine that they ended up doing with the turkey. So, like, the outside was, like, you know, super nice and salty, and then the inside was, like, extremely juicy. Like, ridiculously juicy. Oh, you made brownies for dessert? Holy shit. That's good stuff. We did the customary pumpkin pie. You know, just something classic. Something that, like, you would throw at you would throw into somebody's face and be like, hey, do you want this? And then they're just like, oh, heck yes, of course I want this. Now, speaking of throwing things at people, I just recently added something to the repertoire of items that you can potentially toss my way, and hopefully it is currently functional and working at the moment. Here, let me go ahead and... There it is! Ow! Oh, my teeth. There, you did it again. You see it? Did you see the thing? Anyway, here's a closer look at it. Ah! Anyway, ow! Stop. Oh, no. I didn't anticipate this. Shoot. Hello, owl. Thank you for tossing stuff at me. Anyway. So, yeah. I didn't actually 3D model this. I got the model from somewhere else. But, yeah. I made the label. Cineconk. Yeah. And, like, this is an old reference. Like, this is an old reference to the fact that, like, I love Cinnamon Coke. Which, like, that was about 2 years ago. 2 years ago, like, Cinnamon Coke was completely taken off the market. And, yes. I want it back so badly. So until then, we have this in its place. Hey, Owl remembers! You remember when Bitbee went all nuts because of Cinnamon Coke and stocked up on it? Pepperidge Farm remembers. That's cute! Oh, thank you. Also, I would like to state for the record that the art for the cinnamon sticks is not mine. That is also something that I found. You know, can, not mine. Cinnamon sticks, not mine. Splash in the background, yeah, it's not mine, but, like, hello, pie. Happy Thanksgiving! I remember the Cinnamon Coke arc. It was a good one, man. I want more Cinnamon Coke. That was a little bit more, like, solidly planted. But anyway, however, the one thing that I can definitely... Get pied, idiot. Anyway, the one thing that I can definitely take credit for here is the composition of the image, you know, and the choices of, like, the font, making sure that the font looks as close as possible to something that you would see on, like, a store shelf. Ow. Like, basically, it's like, I tried to go for, like, brandless cola type of thing. I think I pulled it off. And I think the mix between, like, the reds and also the greens and the browns, it's really pleasing to the eye. And I think it does give off the veneer of, like, cinnamon in my head. We're just bullying Bit today. Well, I'm kind of asking for it considering I'm giving you new ammo. Anyway, that's one angle of it. Another angle of it is this. I put this on the side. Official soldier. Ah, thank you. Official soldier of Bitbistrum. So yeah, and then there's like me on the side. So yeah, there's many different sides you could possibly get of that that can. Also, I just recently pushed a real quick... Yay! I just pushed a real quick patch to that thing, so hopefully the shading will not be as harsh as it was in the preview that I showed. Okay, and the final thing, the final picture I wanted to show is just how freaking detailed I decided to make all of the facts on the side of the can. Like, I tried to go as accurate as humanly possible with this. I was just like... You know, it needs to have a fake nutritional facts. So apparently, yeah, this thing is like 400 calories. So not for the faint of heart. And then it's got like a full ingredients list on the side. It's got a fake, you know, a fake barcode, but it's like, you know, it does the job of like looking like a real barcode. I even went and I rebuilt the graphics for the metal can recycling thing. I ended up managing to find like a good template and then like rebuilt the, you know, empty before recycling label, and then I made a little smart label thing. There we go, a little QR code. Just as a warning, though, apparently I've gotten a little bit of a warning from my friend that this barcode does not seem to work in its current condition. I think it's because the background is just a little bit too dark. So I'm wondering if you could possibly up the contrast of this barcode, or like this QR code. It might work. As for what's actually behind this barcode, I'll let you guess. But anyway, so yeah, let it be known that I will go to some great lengths to make a stupid prop. You know, it's got to look legit, man. That was my thought. So anyway, yeah, that's going to be spawning in every now and then. The only caveat here, and, you know, the point that I wanted to point out here, I did get rid of one of the props, and that was the boba, which I'm sorry if anybody had a massive amount of, is it a Rickroll? I won't tell. Anyway. Anyway, no, I got rid of the boba throwable because I don't know, I felt like it doesn't really jive really well with my whole brand and style and what I do. And I was just like, okay, well, let's replace it with a different liquid. Huh? Let's replace it with a can. And I think that works. So yeah, unfortunately, you're not going to hear farty boba anymore, but I think that's fine. I think all of the other ones are perfectly nice in my head. Like, you know, the snowball, the acorn, the apple, the pie, the like confetti ball. I think those pretty good. And so now this is just an extra little object on our list of things that we potentially have to throw at me. And that's great. Star apparently scanned it. Good for you. Good for you. I mean, look, did I let you down? I don't think I did. I hate you so much. You know, what's great about that meme is that, like, despite the fact that it is so old, it will never get... it will always and forever be fresh. Because the second that people start... getting sick of it, it's the moment that, like... Actually, no. It's the second that people stop using it. Is the second that people start, like, forgetting that it exists. And then all it takes is one idiot to, like, bring it back into pop culture. And then suddenly people are like, oh, god damn it! It's sort of like when anybody references the game. By the way, you just lost it. Which is funny, because I lost it a little bit earlier today. Anyway, Mapley is apparently here and just tossed some things. I'm so eepy. Is it after you just ate the Thanksgiving? I don't know. By the way, how has you guys' Thanksgiving been? Did you guys have any sort of like fun activities you did? Did you do anything cool? Yes. Yep, I've had myself turkey. I have had myself pie. I've had myself mashed potatoes. I have all the good stuff in my veins right now. Although, I am trying to be very cautious about that. I'm trying to jump back onto my, my diet, so to speak. So, I have actively been trying to avoid sugary stuff as possible, and also trying not to overeat. As well as, I'm also trying to drink plenty of water. And I'm moving towards having more, like, diet sodas if I have to have soda. Oh, just because, like, I need to start losing some weight. Because I'm starting to feel, like, fatigue from the kind of weight that I have on me right now. Let's just say depression's a bitch. My sister was being stupid. Nation Squid did a good video on the history of the Rickroll. It was interesting. What the heck? My phone is doing a thing. Shut up. Get out of here. I feel that. Had turkey, mashed potatoes, and stuffing. Was good. Good stuff. I went to my uncle's house. Didn't expect there being so many people. Oh, no. Social interactivity. Oh, God, no. Here, give me a second. I think I have a completely free ability to be able to toss items at myself. So... give me a second. I'm gonna go and do that. I'm gonna open up a window. Here we go. Here, I have infinite points. Redeem. Ah! Hello, duck. I wish it was a little bit more like rapid fire. Ay! There it is! There's the can! Hooray! Do it again. That's not the can. Fecto Elphis. Hello! How's it going? Oh no, people, introverts. Ew, people. Here. There's another acorn. Neat. Let me toss another one. Hey. Gosh darn it. Here's the thing. I don't want to give the can its own separate independent command. At least, like, I figured I didn't want to. I would much prefer to put a bunch of this stuff into, like, just the regular toss redeem. Tried to make the QR code work for me and got nothing. Yeah, the QR code is apparently not working very well, and I think it's because of, like, the curvature of the can and maybe the angle that I took the picture. Also, I'm thinking that it might be because the background is in a shadowy environment, so I think the QR code is being slightly obscured by the fact that the colors are off. So, yeah. It does... The QR code does work. I checked it with my friend. I sent him, like, the actual QR code. I did up the contrast. Interesting. Okay, then I guess it must be just really finicky. Or, another theory that I have is that I think maybe the fact that the barcode is so close to the QR code, it might be screwing with it and making it harder to scan the thing. Which is funny, because I'm looking at a can right now, and they're pretty much literally, like, they're pointed exactly at the same place. Like, what the heck, man? Pretty much, I mainly zoned out while petting a doggo. Ah, that's valid. As well as talking to one of my cousins since she recently transitioned. Oh, that's awesome! Yay, Mazel Tov. I also cropped it to just be the QR code. I get it! I think it's probably just that picture that I took. It's probably just cursed. It won't allow people to actually use the QR code. Ah. Why'd you mention me, Maple? Did you recently do the transition? Oh, okay, no, apparently not. Oh, the thing you said. Got it. Got it. Ah, delicioso. Never mind, the thing I said. Understood. Let me see. Any other things that, I got to talk about here? I don't know. I kind of just, like, I started up a, one of these casual streams just because I felt like hanging out after Thanksgiving. Sort of chilling out. Also, on top of that, tomorrow I'm thinking of transitioning. Now, I'm not going to tell you what you can and can't do. But what I will say is that we're currently moving into some slightly muddy waters in that category. So I'm not going to tell you not to do it, but I am going to say that, like, just keep a record on the fact that things are a little bit dicey at the moment. That's all I'm going to say. Like, I am very, very okay with whatever anybody is interested in doing, especially if it's just their own freaking body, Might just use a binder. Probably good for now. Tempted to play some Atlas, but at the same time, EB. Yeah, I've seen quite a few people within my friend groups playing that game. Specifically because I've got a friend group of a lot of furries. Not making fun of, by the way. Like, I've got some friends all the way back into high school and, like, middle school who were, like, outwardly furries. And I am still friends with them to this day. Think I need to go to the doctor's because I might have pulled a muscle. Oh, I'm sorry to hear about that. There's not a whole lot that you can do about a pulled muscle. Like, the doctor ain't gonna really do much if you pulled a muscle. Like, if you have dislocated a muscle, then the doctor will absolutely do something for you. But if you pulled it, then they're probably just going to be like, just ice it. Leave off it for a couple of days. It's kind of it that they would do. I would say if it continues to be, like, really painful for about a week, you should probably go and talk to a doctor. Anyway, so more things. So again, like, I wanted to do this casual stream today because actually tomorrow I'm going to be going off to get my eyes checked because I haven't had my eyes checked in about 3 years. And I don't think my sight has changed that much. I think I'm pretty much okay for the most part. My main thing is that I'm planning on getting a new pair of glasses pretty soon. And if I'm going to get some new glasses, I want to make sure that whatever prescription I put into them are appropriate. So, me, a furry in chat. Hey! Actually, Fecto Alphalus. I think, I remember Alphalus from Carbe. I'm also trying to remember, have you been in chat? I'm trying to recall. Yeah, your message said it was like your first time talking in the chat, but I don't know. My brain is applesauce. Fell down some stairs 2 times in a different. Oh, ouchies. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, I would definitely say take some good care of that. God. Oh, that kind of reminds me of just the other day. Been following for a while, but never talked. Hey, all right. Well, hello. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for chat. And also, for anybody else who might be in the chat room right now, or somebody who is watching a VOD who is just a lurker and doesn't do any sort of talking whatsoever, you're valid. You are valid. You'll make me happy just being here. That's insane. You're sitting here and listening to me have a conversation with people. That's insane. That's crazy. That's weird to think. Oh, got the wind knocked out of you. That sucks. Man, I don't even... It's been a while since I've had the wind knocked out of me. That was like way back in grade school. I haven't really been in any circumstances where I feel like I have been in the risk of getting the wind knocked out of me. I think, Jeez. Hello, Diamond. Are you trying to vie for one of those brand new tossables? Possibly. Find it funny. Mainly because a lot of old friends I used to hang out with via Gmod, a lot of them were bronies, basically my little... Yep, I know bronies. Recently found out that they were furries years later. No judge. I was the same way. I find it to be a funny coincidence. Followed a long while ago, soon after I joined Muffin Snake's server. No longer there because of a misunderstanding. Oh, understandable. I'm sorry to hear about that. But that kind of thing does happen, sadly. I guess the only thing that really the only thing you can really do is I don't know, just build up a better like rapport in other places. It's kind of like take what you learn from one place and like, bring it over to another place. Snap has arrived. Snap, did you have a good Thanksgiving? Apparently, he ate an entire turkey. And not even a cooked one. You crazy, man. You crazy. Okay, back when I missed it, Zero. Hello! Well, I didn't miss much. I'm just sort of hanging out and chatting and all that stuff. Also, Hollow Knight music. Yes. Dude, I've actually recently, I recently had to just chill out and vibe while I was waiting for somebody to get a doctor-related thing taken care of. Like, I was basically just sort of hanging out in my car and, like, not doing anything. And so I brought my Switch with me, and I actually brought myself a copy of Hollow Knight. And I have now been bitten by the Hollow Knight bug bite again, and I started up a new save on my PC. Because I'm just like, ooh, Hollow Knight fun. So yeah, we back in the pits of Dirtmouth again. When I first joined Steam, my first ever soda was My Little Pony styled Pegasus named Panda. Hey, nice. Okie dokie then. Man, you know, I never really had any like, you know, OC type of things going on. I pied myself. I just want to get the can. Toss. Throw can. Throw can. Dang it. I wanted to be a can. Recently got bit by the off bug again. It wasn't obvious with my recent art posting. Hello, Pie. Nice. Man. Like, I haven't thought of off in a while here. Although, when you follow Tan Black, it's kind of impossible to not hear about off. Ow. Today is the day of me being pelted by things, including things pelted by me. Mortis Ghost posted a new trailer. What? A trailer for what? A remaster? Holy shit! Dude, that'd be awesome. I would play the remaster. Dude, I would play the remaster on stream for like Halloween. Although Halloween has already gone past. Gosh darn it. Holy shit! That'd be freaking awesome. And if anybody doesn't know what we're talking about, Off, there's this one indie game called Off, made by Mortis Ghost. You might have seen some Let's Play stuff of it in, like, early Let's Player internet type of situation. I think Markiplier might have played it? I don't know. That fan gamer merch! Holy shit! That's awesome! Dude, anyway, I'm gonna have to look at that at some point. But yeah, it is really good sort of RPG horror kind of thing. And it's very psychological in nature, which is like creepy, and I enjoy. It's got like, you know, weird creepy vibes and things. And I've played it, and that game is really fun. Markiplier did in fact play it. He cosplayed as Zachary at a few cons. Zachary. Look at my first OC from Gotcha. Ew, brother, ew. What's that, brother? Brother, what the heck is that? Brother, I require some loops. I remember Markiplier playing off and screaming, "Whale!" Nice. Oh, man. Now, I've been in a couple of off-related projects here and there, including I've pretty much moved into doing the sound design related stuff for Off Episode 3 and onward. And, you know, that is Off animated by Tan Black, if I remember correctly. And that's spelled TANBLAQUE, by the way. Yeah, I have not yet gotten to, you know, show off my skills and whatnot with it. Tan's still going with it? Tan still wants to do stuff with it, yeah. There's still some talks in the background about, like, you know, continuation and discussion. The main problem when it comes to the series, though, is that everybody has got stuff they gotta do. You know what I mean? Like, everybody's busy. Whether it be, like, your own personal projects, or whether it be work, or whether it be, like, environmental circumstances outside of your control. I know that a lot of people that are a part of Off Animated still want to do it. And I'm sure would be absolutely excited and ecstatic to continue to keep doing Off Animated. But it's tough. Yeah, that's the spelling, Tan Black. And yeah, I would be more than willing to continue to keep doing work on the project. All I need is just a little bit of... basically, the sound design is one of those things that happens at, like, the very end of stuff. You know what I mean? Like, maybe if it's, like, a very significant sound effect that we're basing the entirety of a scene around, maybe I would need to do a little bit of work. But for the most part, I kind of just have to sit back. For the most part, what my work has... the accumulation of my work has been me showing off a whole bunch of the work that I have done, as well as shopping some sound effects for certain scenes unofficially, as well as also... I was in the project for like 3 seconds before my life exploded way back when. Yeah, I do remember that, Zero. That was really unfortunate. I know... Oh, another thing that I was a big part of is... one thing that they asked me to do was focus very heavily on the voice acting side of things. They have some, like, musicians and things to do some background music and things of that nature. However, they needed somebody who was specifically sort of a sound designer slash voice acting director, essentially. And considering the fact that I have been doing voice acting and voice direction type of work in the past, as well as what I have been doing recently, they figured that I would fit really well with that setup. In fact, I was actually one of the people that was the main driver behind some recasts and also re-recordings of a bunch of the lines for Off Animated. We've been discussing it, and, like, I know that this is something that we've discussed for a long time, though. If at all possible, we would like to go back to previous episodes of Off Animated and maybe rework some of the voice acting and, like, basically the audio, because Tan admits that he's not good. he's just not good. Like, it was good for what it was, and it did get, like, Mortis Ghost's attention, which is, like, freaking amazing. I know that, like, Mortis Ghost is aware that the series exists. But it just doesn't really live up to, like, the expectations that the team has at this point. So, yeah, everybody is kind of upping their game, so to speak. Am eating brownies. Hey! You did fit really well. Well, thank you. I don't actually have any particular roles in Off Animated at the current moment. If I want any kind of roles, I think I would want to go for one of the Elsons. I think I'd be good as one of the Elsons. What do you think? I really unsure and really quiet. Hello? Help. Why do I live this hell? I think that'd be fun. I would love to do that. Especially since a lot of the people, there's a lot of people a part of the off community that are sort of supplying their voices for Elsons as well, which is really fun. No, for real. I really hope that some progress happens with that. Aside from that, I got some other secret projects that I'm also working with that, you know, I'm keeping a little bit more, kind of thing. So, very excited for what the series has in store in the future, and you would make a good Elson. Oh, thank you. Hope so. Aside from that, I don't really think I'm good for any other characters. I do know we have one person in particular that we're thinking about maybe casting for one of the characters, and not going to say who, and I'm not going to say who would be casted for them, but like we're having conversations about it, and we're just like, man, it'd be super freaking cool if we got this person to do this character, and it's kind of just like logistics and things, and also whether or not they would be cool and open to the idea of doing work for us. So it's not anything like, you know, super major or anything. It's kind of important for me, but it's not a major thing. Oh, also, I have been told that apparently I should take the, you know, the can for Cineconk, and I should make like an updated model for my hand so that I can toggle on a can whenever I'm drinking something. Yeah. Hi. I mean, I agree. Okay, thanks for coming in, Fecto. Have a very nice Thanksgiving. Pie. What pie is that? Pie flavor. Do 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 do. And goodbye. Anyway, yeah, funny enough, somebody like me would be really interested in making like a very finely detailed version of, like, you know, a Coke knockoff. It's like, no, it couldn't be me. I don't know. I really like the way that this turned out. Like, the splash in the background, it, like, there's something about the energy of this that just feels right, you know? Just the whole, like, swoop, you know? Like, the swoop of the water, and also the way that the Cineconk is almost, like, riding the wave. And again, the fact that it's just got that, that cherry red and, like, brown and aesthetic. I enjoy this. Ow, this thing makes me happy. I has an idea. I know I need to get into Blender again. Oh, do you? Do you? Eh? Very intriguing. You know. Actually, I'm not 100% certain. I don't know. My sister got drunk off of Coquito, a Hispanic alcoholic drink. Interesting. I'm not entirely sure if I've ever heard of that. The wine is hitting me, bro. The wine is hitting me, brother. Again, brother, I have drank too much alcohol. I require loops to satiate me. Brother. Sorry, I've seen that meme recently, and it's all that's playing in my head. Brother, I am taking you to court. Hopefully you won't find any loopholes. Oh, you sent me a DM. Okay. Let me go and grab it real quick. Ah, that would be kind of fun. Oh, man. No, speaking of models and such, I do know that, now, Habby has been very, very nice in that they have sent me the files for Bitty Kid and also for the 3D snap that they designed. And I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want to do something with that, whether it be 3D printing, whether it be coming up with a silly way to incorporate it into, you know, this throwing thing. Actually, I have a little sheet of notes here that I made, based off of some feedback that I got from the can throwing thing. Yeah, models to make throwable, and I have a couple of options. Clown nose, and when it hits you, it just makes a sound. I was thinking of making it a clown horn instead. Like, I think that would be funnier. Chancla. La chancla. I love the idea of just like, I say something awful off to the side, and then somebody just throws La chancla. Just be like, you know better than that. Oh, and then here's another one. A smaller bit bee, aka little bitty bee. Look, that'd be funny too. I don't know. I'm trying to think of some other like in jokes that I could possibly toss at me. Maybe pumpkin bread. I made jokes about pumpkin bread. La chancla is terrifying, as it should be. You do not want to get hit by La chancla. I know the power of La chancla. I was never hit with La chancla, but I know the power of La chancla. Sorry, I'm vibing. Oh, man. So recently, while I was in the middle of having, like, you know, Thanksgiving dinner and whatnot, and I was having a conversation with my nephew, who, by the way, my nephew is almost like 13 years old. That carbon dates me so hard. Dude, I started making content for the internet. I was doing Let's Play content and stuff similar to that when that kid was like 2 or 3 years old. I have recordings of that kid giggling in the background. And I'm like, oh my god. Aw, yeah, right? And I'm just like, I'm too ancient for this. But anyway. So, no, I was having a conversation with him. He is currently playing Terraria too. And it's freaking great. Like, it's so interesting to have, like, you know, a slightly smaller human. I say slightly smaller, but honestly, he's getting tall. Now, to have, like, basically a kid who is, like, really, really invested in what kind of game that you are currently invested in. And at the moment, he just recently got the PC version of Terraria, and I told him that I'm trying to get through the Get Fixed Boy seed. The moment I said that, he was dying. And I'm just like, good to know somebody knows the pain. Ha ha, you're old. But then he gave me some recommendations on some stuff that I could possibly do for that seed, mostly because he's currently playing on Master Mode. I am playing on Legendary and on a extremely difficult seed. So, what he recommended, and I don't know whether or not this is possible or not, but he recommended that maybe I should look for, I'm trying to remember what it's even called. I think it's called Shimmer. There is a thing in Terraria now that they've recently added in the latest updates, and it's called Shimmer. And what Shimmer is it's basically a heavenly liquid that you can find randomly within the world. You have no idea where it is, and it is extremely rare, but you can find it. And what it does is you can take items in the game, you can drop it into the Shimmer, like the Shimmer water, and then the Shimmer water will transmutate whatever the item is into a different item. And it's, you know, the update is usually well worth it. And you get some really freaking cool stuff, including some permanent upgrades that you may need. And he informed me that, now, first of all, Shimmer is one of those things that it spawns into your world after you defeat the Moon Lord, who is, like, basically the final boss of Terraria. And it's just a matter of you have to go out and find it. And I know the location somewhat. It is located on the exact same side of the world as the jungle, basically. So, like, if you know where the jungle biome is, you've already cut out half of the amount of place that you need to look for this thing. But that's kind of it. That's all you know. Aside from that, it could be anywhere underground, which sucks. Well, and I don't know whether or not that's something that happens in my seed or not. I don't know. There's a lot of jungle biome everywhere in my seed, so who the heck knows? But one thing that he told me, though, is that... Writes notes. Inch resting. Right, okay. Anyway, sorry. Can you tell that I'm a little bit fixated on this? Right, back to what I was saying, though. I've been informed of this, and this is a game changer here. Apparently, in Master Mode, and I have to assume Legendary Mode, the Shimmer actually spawns on the map immediately. It doesn't have to spawn like after the Moon Lord. Which means I could potentially, if I'm looking around, if I can find it, I might be able to take Shimmer and turn a whole bunch of the items I got into amazing items. Or at least I'm crossing my fingers that maybe I can. I'm gonna have to look into it. I don't know whether or not the Get Fixed Boy seed prevents it from spawning or something. Which if it does, I'm gonna be super freaking pissed. Because, like, I need any kind of crutches that I could possibly get. You know what? I'm talking so much about Terraria. Let's just go ahead and load up the world, and I will give you a really nice example of the hell I've been currently dealing with. Why not? Here, let me boot into the boy. Turn on the computer game PC audio. There we go. Move my notes out of the way. There we go. I also need to turn down the volume on the music. There we go. All right, and I think I've already got this all framed up. There we go. Been so long since I played Terraria, brother. Oh my goodness. Hey, Jackie. What do you think Turkish people think about Thanksgiving? No idea. Does that mean... Oh, wait a minute. Turkish. They'll get over it. Whatever. We just have to eat a bunch of their people. It's no big deal. Anyway, single player. Yeah, I named the world Good Fucking Luck. Because, yeah. Jackie, jump scare. Anyway, as a reminder, you spawn in hell. And at the moment, I currently have this place set up in such a way that my spawn point and like my spawn area is the comfiest, nicest place I can possibly be in. All things considered. It's still like ridiculously frustrating. Do you think they'd go back in time to the first Thanksgiving? Mood. The Turkish people. Of the turkey ones. Hat in time music. We have to go back in time to get the turkey off the menu. The Turkish, Marty. No, it's not about you. It's about your turkey. It's about the Turkish. Friggin' hell, man. Anyway, let me go and open up the menu here, or the map. Sorry, not menu. Da 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 da. Oh. So, from what I can gather, I believe the jungle biome is this. Meaning that from here onward, if there is shimmer in my world, it's somewhere around here. Problem is, look at how expansive the frickin' world is. The chances of me finding the shimmer are incredibly slim. I also wonder, like, where exactly around here? I think, if I remember correctly, I believe the last third of the map is where the shimmer spawns in. So I believe that if we cut it off right about here, somewhere within this location, you will find the shimmer, is my hope. If I can find the shimmer, I can get a lot of really useful items that I'm going to need in order to defeat this boss that I'm trying to fight. And let me tell you, this boss is not easy. This boss is driving me up a wall. And in fact, I have the tools necessary to be able to show you why it is driving me up a wall. Gonna start working on my GGG AU lore. Hey, go for it. GGG. GGG. Oh, also, oh man, there's just so many things in this world right here that are like absolutely a mess and a half. Let me think. Where do I even get started? Some of the stuff just feels native to me at this point. I mean, first off, the elevator is no longer a elevator. It is just a straight up elevator. Because you spawned in hell. Okay, we've arrived at the surface. I think, there we go. Anyway, we don't celebrate Thanksgiving in Poland, but my mom loves American holidays, so she bought me a turkey sandwich today on her way to... Freaking awesome! That is an awesome mom. Turkey, man. Mwah, delicious. Making Capuchin die in that AU. Ouch! I mean, I'm not going to say it's not, you know, it's a little deserved. Partially deserved. Anyway, so you will notice that there is a gigantic walkway here. Reason that there's a gigantic walkway here is because this is the only way that I can traverse the upper portion of the world without dying horribly. Like, I had to make myself a sheltered, bunkered walkway just so that I could, like, live and survive. That should tell you something. Now, let's make our way down into this area here. Here we go. I believe the previous stream that I did, I actually did this particular boss fight. And I'm super pissed off. I ended up getting, like, down to 500 HP for the health of, like, this particular boss here. I almost beat it on stream. I almost did it. And I don't know how. That makes me pissed. Anyway. So here I am, doing everything I can. Anyway. No. I have set up a couple of things here, including, like, some banners to try and take care of some of the more difficult enemies here. I've got, you know, Heart Lantern here to help with my regenerating. This thing with, I think helps with, no, this helps with regenerating. This helps with spawns, I believe, and also speed. This ups my defense. And then I have all these potions. I'm basically ODing myself on potions as I do this boss fight. Then, I have a bunch of these spikes here that I just throw all over the dang place. Just so that maybe I could potentially catch that, that frickin' jerk bag. Possibly. I don't know. Okay. I do notice that the screen is a little bit small for you guys. Apologies. I'm going to try and do the boss fight without adjusting the screen size, just because I'd like a little bit of yabba dabba dee. The blood moon. Well, okay. Well, no better time than now. Hold. Brothers! Brothers, hold! God damn it! 5,000! Lamau, Ring of Fire! Oh, man. I think that might be it. That might be the key. Oh, holy shit. Okay. I might have somewhat of a plan here. But it's going to require a little bit of, like... I don't know. Basically, a lot of luck and a whole lot of RNG-related bullcrap. Actually, it's yabba dabba doo. Yabba dabba doo. Yabba dabba doo. God, I'm an idiot. You ever have, like, one of those moments where you're just... You realize the stupidity of what you do? Or, like, you realize just, like, wow, I'm a frickin' idiot. That is called a moment of clarity. Anyway. Yeah, this had to happen right as the blood moon started, so hurrah. Just unleashed a new character there. I say you should embrace it. What? That one? It's like Fred Flintstone, except it's weird. Does he have a funny voice, too? He's like... No, obviously not. What? I zoned out! I'm too high off the turkey. What is happening here?
Nothing!
Nothing at all. I'm currently just killing a bunch of mobs. You know, I suppose now would be a good time for me to do a little bit of a zoom in so you guys can actually see what the heck I'm doing. There we go. No, it's funny. I mentioned it to my nephew. I'm just like, yeah, Terraria for PC is, like, unquestionably better, in my opinion. Like, I don't know. It's just, something about this interface is just so much more comfortable on PC than with controls. I remember, there was a point in time, a long time ago, when Terraria was just coming out for consoles and coming out mobily. And, oh, me and my friends... We had played Terraria for such a long period of time that we were just like, there's no way that that's going to be any good. Like, what the hell? There's no reason why they're releasing it on, like, mobile aside from making a crap ton of extra money. Like, that's disgusting. That's terrible. God, that's horrible. Nowadays, I have Terraria on, like, a lot of mobile devices, and I'm just like, well, I mean, if it was a plan to make more money... They did it. Yeah, it's almost as if this game was designed with PC in mind, right? Also, it's really funny to think about, well, just the whole fact that Terraria is, it was kind of envisioned to be sort of 2D Minecraft, except with a little bit more attitude, I guess. I mean, that's why you see blood and viscera and things exploding. You know, you didn't get that in old Notch's game. Oh, I'm sorry, Jeb. Oh, I'm sorry, Microsoft. You're making me get the itch to play it, goddamn! I heavily recommend that you don't play the legendary difficulty. Like, play master difficulty. At the most. Because I can tell you, the difficulty spike that I'm currently dealing with you know, with the bosses here, is miserable. Do you know who Garro's Shadow Scale is? No. Sounds a heck of a lot like a Zelda enemy. Or like a Zelda item that you can collect. I'm assuming it's probably like a Let's Player or something similar. Dang it! Ducks! Ah, frig. You know, we haven't seen the can in a while. Friggin'. Yeah, we really haven't seen the can in a while. The can might be taking a little bit of a break. I don't know, if I ever have like a super popular item that I know for a fact I want people to use, I'll give it its own independent command. You know what I mean? Yeah. No, one of the things that somebody recommended is an anvil. Here's the thing, though. I've already seen an anvil. There is a YouTuber that goes by the name of Sorry, my brain broke for a second there. I kept on thinking pumpkin spice. No. Pumpkin potion. There is a YouTuber that goes by the name of Pumpkin Potion. Pumpkin Potion is like a 1930s rubber hose VTuber. If you've never seen them before, do me a favor, do. She is adorable and a sweetheart, and she swings, not swing, sings so nice, and also, you know, swing music and all that jazz. Do I know the game Bug Snacks? Oh, I know the game Bug Snacks. I played the game Bug Snacks. And that was a very interesting day. Very interesting time. What about a Microsoft Anvil? I made that a redeem on my channel. Oh, wait, Minecraft, rather. I mean, you know, same thing at this point. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. There is a thing that you can do where you can have items fall from like the sky, and so I'm trying to think of stuff that like would be very unique to me personally. You know, I don't want to just add a bunch of items that are just like carbon copies of everybody else's. You know what I mean? I love her avatar so much. Yeah, imagine like Betty Boop, except somehow like looking incredibly classy, and also like goth, which is interesting. Classy goth Betty Boop, I think is the best way that I can describe her look. Though I actually just recently heard, I watched one of her recent VODs, and apparently she is currently in the works of making a brand new model for herself. I don't think she's making it, but like it's in the oven. It's currently in progress. So like that's friggin' awesome. I'm looking forward to seeing what she's got. Oh God, will this blood moon end? Kill. Speaking of which, though, excuse me. Ow. Out of my way. Here, before it becomes too late to do this. There we go. Dang it. All right, I just wanted to harvest the death weed, just because the death weed... Oh, they're gone. Oh, wait, yeah. Oh, actually, hold it. By the way, I've been searching and looking around for so long that I managed to get myself the tri-boomerang. Like, for God's sake, man. I've been doing this for way too long. I've been playing this one particular map too much. Here we go. Anyways, back to what I was saying, though. So yeah, I know that Pumpkin Potion has got the whole, like, anvil falling on head thing, and also piano, which is hilarious. But yeah, I feel like I would want to go for something more unique, and I don't know what that would be. I feel like it would have to be something related to either me or the box wall or something to that degree. having, like, you know, one of the boxes in the background fall on my head would be kind of funny. Although I feel like that's a little bit, like, too in-jokey. I don't know. It's gotta be something universal. Something that people would see and just be like, ha, he got hit in the head by the thing. But I don't know what that would be. I try to make my throw redeem unique simply by the virtue of having such a giant library of custom-made items. It's really rare to get 2 of the same twice. That is also fair, yeah. Because after a while, you're just like, oh, ha, 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 look, they got pied in the face for the 3rd time. It's funny. Not to say that, I mean, it is funny. But I guess after a while, you're just like, I could go for literally any other thing right now. Oh, by the way, I made a mistake. And apparently, while I was sifting through my piggy bank, I ended up accidentally taking all of my money with me one day, and I died. I didn't know I died, or at least, like, I didn't know I died with all my money. And then I quit the game, and then I came back and all my money was not there. So, yeah, I ended up losing, like, I think 15 platinum. Yeah, that hurt. Yeah, it hurt a lot. That was a painful day. Platinum ain't easy to get, by the way. I currently have 1 platinum coin. Okay. So, right. So, in order to redo that boss fight, I have got to go and collect myself some purple vile mushrooms. So let's go do that, shall we? Also, oh my god, look at all the torches I've got. What the heck? That kid ice statue drop? Oh, alright. That's not a bad idea. I have a handful of other projects and things that I would love to have, like, here's the thing. I would love, if I'm casted for a couple of things that are currently work in progresses, as well as I also have done a voice for a couple of other things in the past too. And I kind of wanted to come up with some redeems that were sort of centered around those. I thought about maybe doing some Hat in Time related redeems. And, you know, since they're channel point redeems, you know, it's not like I'm making any money off of IPs or anything. Not too much of an issue. Same time, though, I don't know. I feel it's a little less personal and specific on me. And it's more based around the IP and less about me. Yeah, it's kind of like I could put, 10 tons of Snatcher redeems if I so desired. But at the same time, like, it's not really something related to me. It's more related to Hat in Time. I kind of want to go for something a little bit separate, you know? So while I think the Hat Kid thing would be kind of funny, I'm trying to think of something else, though. It kind of makes you think, just like, what do I represent? What am I? Who am I? Who am I? Who am I? Who am I? Moment of clarity. Who am I? Who am I aside from a very big goofball? Again, the Cineconk thing was, that is like a classic little staple of the streams that I've done, so I was more than happy to put in a little bit of extra effort for that one. You know, it's one thing that I've always kind of thought about, but, like, I don't know. One thing that would be fun to do, but I'm sure would never happen, gamer subs. Now, for the record, I'm not a gigantic fan of selling something that is super filled with sugar to, you know, a fan base that might be consisting of a lot of people that don't do the kind of workouts necessary to be able to work off that kind of thing. In fact, that's actually... I've heard of a couple people make that complaint to a couple of different YouTubers out there and, like, streamers. Been like, you're advertising something really sugary to some people that probably won't be working that sugar off, right? And it's just like, yeah, I actually do kind of agree with that. That being said, however, like, I am not against the idea of having some sort of a partnership like that. If that were to happen, that'd be awesome. But a couple of issues with that. Number one, I am not nearly big enough that I would be on any of GamerSup's radar whatsoever. And number... Jesus, there's so much stuff following me. Okay, I'm dead. Oh, Lord. You see, this is why I put walkways everywhere I go. Also, Starguard has posted a seizure. I think for the sake of, ow. I think for the sake of just making sure that that isn't, like, you know, visibly on here. Give me a minute. I have to go into my settings. I forgot to turn on the mod tools, which shows you just how attentive I am. Yeah, I'm gonna clear those. Let's not use that. That's just a little bit like that's too busy. Too much flashy. It's a fun one though. I wonder whose emote is that? That must be Twitch's emote. What the heck? How are they allowed? Okay. Now, I'm not photosensitive or anything, but, like, as I've gotten older, I've realized that I like less and less a bunch of shiny, shimmery things in my face. It's weird. I got old. Well, all right, not old, but older. You know what I mean? I got a little bit older, and then all of a sudden, I'm just like, you know, I don't really like neon storms in my face. It's strange. Oh, it's Lumpes. Neat. Okay, so that makes a heck of a lot of sense then. Like, Twitch themselves would never be able to get away with that. Not a fan of the way GamerSupps labels their drinks. Not everything has to have boobs slapped on them. You know what? Agreed. Not everything needs to have the breastises. Come on, man. I can enjoy myself a nice beverage without having to be reminded that breasts exist. It's not like I forgot. It's not like I'm just like, oh my god, wait. Oh, hold up. Wait. I need a reminder. There's something in the back of my head. And I just need to be reminded of what they are. Boobs, that's it. We don't need to see the shoulder boulders. I think one of my favorite sentences that I have ever heard is, like, you know, referring to bras as over-the-shoulder boulder holders. Okay, don't get too far. Oh no! Oh no! Oh Lord! Lord, get out! Run! Smiffles, more for me. You know what? Fine, take them. I don't need them. I don't know. Am I crotch? Is this it? Is this how getting old feels? You just start getting a lot more, like, you know, conservative in the way that people show off their bodies. Ah, gosh darn you kids today. Here, I need this guy. There we go. I say that like somehow I'm holier than thou, though. No, come on. I think for me, it's a time and a place thing. It's a, like, I don't need to... It's like, you know what? One thing that's always kind of bothered me is the way that people have, like... You ever seen, Here, I need to find a place to mount this. Anyway, I have a plan. Anyway, you ever seen people that have, like, you know, the pinups inside of their rooms? Now look, if you have pinups, I'm not going to say that, like, you know, you're not some terrible person or anything like that, okay? No, absolutely, you're fine. You're fine. For me, though, pinups are interesting because I'm like, I don't know. I don't need to be seeing that. I don't need to be seeing a woman all the time. You know what I mean? I don't need it to be there at all times. And it's like, that's like an aesthetic decision that you're just like, yes, I would like to have this particular character or this particular person in my domicile at all times. It's like, I don't know. That just seems a little weird to me. Anyway, I have a plan. It's a goofy one, but it's a plan. If I were to hold myself like this, in place, like hold myself right about here, and spin, and keep myself all locked up in here as much as I possibly can. And because the main thing that's killing me is getting hit by the jaws of the enemies as they are spawning in. If I can avoid that, I could potentially, well, I'm getting hit by the jaws, and also, a bunch of the heads, I believe, are spitting like that venom stuff. So what I believe is that if I can manage to avoid getting hit by the venom, which those walls will help with, and if I can manage to stay in place relatively, I think I could make this work. Now, this isn't going to be easy. In no way am I saying this is going to be easy. But what I am saying is that I think this is going to give me the best chance possible of maybe managing to pull this off. Also, let's move this into my hotbar right there. There we go. Hey, friend. I remember the first time that I ever saw one of these things, I don't know if it was on stream or not. I just remember seeing them, and I'm just like, what the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? Why are you so big? Having a pinup on your wall used to be a thing at times before you could just Google ladies. Yes! Exactly! If anyone unironically has a pinup on their wall, they probably need an intervention. Bing! Okay, now, look. Once again, if I am much more of a... I'm reserved. I'm very reserved when it comes to stuff related to that. However, like... I do like to think that, like, I'm also a very practical individual. I'm like... You don't need it. You don't need to think. All right. I'm going to stop. Take a drink. Okay, here we go. Oh, God. This isn't working. Ah! Okay, no, staying in one place did not help. Ah! Ah. What do I do? How did I get down to 500? How did I pull that off? I don't know. I don't know. Also, is it another blood moon? What the friggin' frack? This is getting stupid. The vitamins, they're working. I took the drugs and the drugs are working. The drugs are working. I took the drugs and the drugs are working. There we go. The only thing I can think at this point is, like, there must be something else. Some other weapon somewhere that I just have not thought about. What's a pinup? Basically a picture of a, you know, softcore picture of a lady or otherwise. You know, basically, it's, you know, like, in a pose that's, like, suggestive in a certain way. That's what that is. Sorry, I feel like I'm absolutely ruining some, you know, some innocence here. Let's just say it exists, okay? I'm not gonna go any further than that. Naked grandma. No! No, 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 no. Take that. No. Picture or drawing of a person in a suggestive pose or situation. Yeah, pretty much. That's the most clinical way that I can describe it. Naked, huh? Oh, I love that clip. Friggin' Steve Harvey. What a legend. My innocence is just completely obliterated. You say that. You think that your innocence is obliterated. But then you find the extra layer. You find the one layer of the onion that you didn't think was there. Oh, hey, there's Nova.
No, you should call me Cecil now, because you have another Nova, and whenever you say Nova says in the
right,
chat,
it's just so tough because I've known you as Nova
People
forever.
People are gonna think I'm talking. You're talking about me.
Right,
I know,
right.
But now we have two Novas. It's confusing.
Ah, God, yeah, I need to try and be better about that. Anyway, how's it going?
I'm okay. I've had a migraine for most of the day.
Oh,
but
Thanksgiving.
I think it's mostly gone away now. Yeah, how's your Thanksgiving been?
It was nice and cozy. I went and hung out with family and talked with my nephew about Terraria for way too long.
Is that what you're playing? Your stream says just chatting, so I couldn't. I don't know.
Oh yeah, that's right. I should probably swap over to Terraria. It's alright.
Yeah.
We've kind of been treating this as somewhat like me playing video games and also some just chatting stuff. But I know that like that's not very couth on the Twitch. They want you to properly label stuff.
Yeah. Also, like I said, I just didn't know what this game is. I'm like, it kind of looks like Stardew Valley, but it's like it's not. So.
Not quite. Nope. It's
no.
much more ancient than Stardew Valley. No, I'm currently
I've
playing.
Heard of Terraria. I've never played it.
Oh hell, there's an inkling here. Well, thanks. And Moon has showed up. Hi, happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Melatonin Turkey Day. Here's a anyways.
Bing.
Taco Bell?
Taco Bell, delicious.
I didn't even have turkey, and I snapped this afternoon, but again, that was probably mostly because of the migraine.
That's fair.
I just needed to lay down in somewhere dark and quiet, and then when
I had a nap too, but that's just
asleep.
because my sleep schedule is completely whacked.
Mine too, unfortunately.
It's like, there's a portion of my my life that I'm doing alive, and then I'm just sleeping for a gigantic portion of it, and then I'm, hey, new can. I can't tell you how bad.
Could you stream the game also through Discord, because I can't have the two apps open at once?
Ooh, you know, I absolutely would if I could, but I actually currently have I have the what is it? The whole like 2 computer setup thing going on.
Okay. Never
yeah,
mind then.
and the game PC is not on the same. Like, the game PC is playing the game, and the stream PC is currently running the Discord. So,
How does that work?
Otherwise,
how does the stream capture something from another PC?
Capture cards.
Huh.
I'm insane.
That's pretty wild.
The way I have it set up is that I have the stream PC, and I have the game PC. The game PC has got an HDMI output to a splitter, and then that splitter sends the 4K signal over to the game or the stream PC, and then the stream PC takes that footage, and then I crop it down to wherever the gameplay is on the screen, and bada boom, bada bing, that's what you're seeing.
That's wild.
I don't know, like that. Sometimes I wonder how the heck I managed to pull this stuff off.
No, that's awesome because you never have to worry about one like overloading the other.
Exactly. Well, since I moved into the whole VTubing thing, I know there's a lot of people that, you know, they're perfectly fine with doing the two computer situation. I'm not. I would prefer to make sure that I'm not getting bogged down on either device.
Yeah, that makes sense. Your model's 3D too, so it probably takes up a lot of like tracking here.
You know, in the old days of VC Face, it was worse. But I moved over from VC Face, which is like kind of intensive, to VNyan, which is less intensive and has more stuff.
I've never even. I think I've heard of VC Face, but I hadn't heard of the other one.
VC Face has kind of been abandoned as a project, as far as I know.
Oof.
I don't know. The person who made it hasn't made an update for it in years, so.
Oof.
VNyan, on the other hand, is pretty consistently getting updates right now. So.
That's awesome.
And again, it's just VC Face with some extra coat of paint.
Nice. Yeah, I gotta check in on my friend who is making a new VTuber model for me. I gotta check in on that because it's been like 2 months and he's still not done with it. I guess because he's busy and he's kind of doing this for me as a favor, but like I do need to coordinate with someone to actually rig the model. So
right,
I'll see if he can give me an update this weekend.
So I'm assuming that this is a 2D model then.
2D model, yeah.
Cool. All right.
I don't mess with 3D.
3D is a massive beast.
Yeah, the fact that I can't 3D is pretty much the whole reason I don't have a college degree because I needed to take 3D classes in order to graduate, and I could not pass them. So
you don't necessarily need to have the knowledge about it. You just need to have the right people to do the work and probably get paid.
Yep.
That's the issue.
Oh, Les.
There. I know that
yeah, to be honest, the more time goes on, the more I'm starting to think even if I got a degree, it wouldn't matter because the animation industry is hanging on by a thread.
Yeah.
At least in the Western world anyway.
I'd like to hope that maybe there's something that's going to come from that. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, the only thing that would benefit me, I think it would be, is just for getting a job in general that requires a college degree, so it wouldn't even help me get something in my field anyway.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say.
I doubt it at this point.
Here, I think we're going to.
But I did get an internship recently.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, I have a meeting about it on Monday, and so I'll finally find out. Like, I got the notified that I got the internship like 2 weeks ago, but it's taken them forever to like go through all the paperwork and.
I hope that works out. Shoot.
We finally have a meeting on Monday to discuss like what my pay will be and when I'll start.
Nice. Congrats. I hope that is at least a door opening for you.
I hope so. I mean, it's only 18 weeks, but it is paid, and I need more experience. So
18 weeks is plenty of time for some. If you impress somebody, I mean,
I hope I do. It's
an example,
a really small company, but
an example is there was I remember one story of Best Buy. A lot of times they open up like temps, essentially, especially around this particular time of year. By the way. Happy Black Friday, everybody.
Oh yeah, tomorrow. Stay inside.
Yep.
Avoid any places of business that aren't restaurants. Yep. I guess restaurants are probably okay, but any place that has like actual shopping, do not go.
Yep. I have a relative who currently works retail, and here's the thing: they work retail at like a pet store. And what's funny is
Mhm.
that even retail at a pet store, they still go like, we need you to come in at like 4 o'clock in the morning. And you're
Oh,
just like,
jeez.
what the fuck? Why? What? We're a pet store. What kind of Black Friday deals we gonna be dealing with? And it's like, you'd be surprised.
No, I imagine there's. I actually imagine it's probably just as busy as anywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
But anyway,
Yeah.
no, Best Buy, particularly around like the Black Fridays and the Christmas season, they tend to bring on temps, and those temps tend to stick around for roughly around like 3 or 4 months, something like that. But what's funny,
Mhm.
and I've heard that this is like sort of a constant that happens at Best Buy many times. If they've got particular employees that they want to fire, and if they
Mhm.
know that there are some particular temps that are doing really, really good, they'll just go up to the temps and be like, hey, we're going to be cutting people anyway. Do you want a job?
Oh, nice.
And then bada bing, bada bam, like, you know, the person who was being a slacker son of a gun is kicked out, and the person that actually cared about the job is given a position in the business, like, and that's awesome.
I hope that's still a thing because from what I know, like Best Buy isn't Best Buy kind of struggling?
I don't know for sure. I know they're still around, and also, I mean, people are buying tech. On top of that,
But I think you know what I think I heard is this: they stopped selling physical DVDs and CDs.
well, just because they've stopped selling those doesn't mean that they're struggling. That just means that they're making a
Yeah, I think that's what I heard.
decision.
I don't think. Yeah, I think they. I don't think that. I think I got my
Ow.
brain wires crossed.
Thank
But
you.
no, oh no, I have a. You'd think that Black Friday. That's why I quit my job at GameStop like 2 years ago, or that was more than 2 years ago. It was a while ago now. I think it was like 2019, something like that. I think it was like 2019. Yeah. I worked at GameStop, and they wanted me to work. So up until this point, they'd only had me work like 4-hour shifts, like 2 days a week. It was barely part time, because they didn't. I don't know. That's just what it was only part time. And
Mhm.
then Black Friday comes around, and suddenly they want me to work two 12-hour shifts on consecutive days, like once like 12 hours on Black Friday and then another 12 hours the day after on Saturday. And I'm like, you're insane.
No, I won't. Like, what the fuck?
No.
No, like I said, a good business will hire temps. A bad one will go, hey, you're working 10 times harder. For God's sakes, man.
Yeah,
I don't know. I haven't heard Best Buy doing that, but I don't know. It might be different depending
They
on the
had me
location.
do like maybe 8-hour shifts beforehand, or heck, even just like 6-hour or even like 6-hour shifts, and give me some time to like adjust to working longer for a longer period of time. Then maybe I could have done that, but like until that point, I was like barely working there.
Even at a place like Best Buy, where
Mhm.
at Best Buy or at a place like GameStop, where you would assume it would be pretty low maintenance, I
Mhm.
still couldn't see myself working for 12 freaking hours at a GameStop.
I know, like
I remember I told the story about that really bad work experience where they had me working like basically factory lines for 10 hours a day for like several weeks. And that was miserable. Especially since, like, you know, the standard was 8 hours. That was miserable. And then it changes to 10 hours and you're just like, "Oh my god, my life essence is being drained out of my body."
ugh, that sounds miserable. I'm so sorry.
I'm over it. Anyway,
Yeah.
but no, Best
I
Buy
actually
though.
kind of hate it. I hate. No, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to talk about Best Buy, but what did you say? What you hate? What?
No, I was just saying kind of hated that GameStop job anyway because they were always like like unless I'm like on the internet streaming or like talking to friends and things like that, or like some kind of environment where I feel really comfortable. I'm a huge introvert. So, but now here's my boss in GameStop wanting me to like go up to customers and try to like bother them into buying memberships and bother them into buying like used games, and basically try to act like a sales rep. And I mean, yeah, I guess it technically was a sales job, but it's like,
man,
this wasn't even like, it was just bothering people. It wasn't even like,
well,
they just wanted
the
this
entirety
really aggressive
of
sales strategy, and I'm like, bro, it's GameStop,
It's the entire strategy of GameStop. It's the whole like, hey, do you have a membership? Do you want a membership? Hey, we'll slip you a membership. Hey, I guess I'll just sign you up for a membership. Here, have a membership. Yeah, it's like, they did that all the freaking time for everybody. And like, it's because your work and your job depended on whether or not you could give out those memberships. It wasn't even a case of like, oh, you'll get a bonus depending on how many you give us. No, it was like, no, you are required to sell this many memberships to this many people. It's like, no, that there are only so many people on this earth, sir or madam. And on top of that, like, I just see my opinion when it comes to anything related to that. I think I am a pretty personable person, with a limited supply of people in front of me, and also, how do a good way to put this? I think it's more like I enjoy being in an environment where there is an expectation for a type of conversation. I think it's a good way to put it. So, if I'm working at a place that sells shoes, oh, heck yeah, we can talk about shoes. Hey, yeah, look, conversation about shoes. Awesome. And I can totally be personal about that. I can totally have conversations about that. And if I'm working at a place like a tech place or a gaming place, heck yeah, I'll talk your ear off about stuff. And yeah, I can totally talk about things. If this stream is anything to go off of, I can totally do it. My issue is exactly what you're talking about here, is the whole...
Yeah, they didn't want me to just talk about games. They wanted me to try.
It's not just about talking with the customer. It's not about being chummy. It's not about being like, a good salesman. It's about like trying to push something that obviously the customer doesn't want. Like, they don't want it. They know they don't want it. You're wasting everyone's time.
Yep.
I think you would get a lot more people to like come through your doors if you gave people a reason to shop there and gave people a reason to browse. Like if you are a really nice chummy guy who's sitting there who is just like, hey, what can I do for you? Oh, okay, what console you got? You know what game has come out that's really good for that? God of War. You should play God of War. Really good. Like, I know it's a very different game than the previous God of Wars, but trust me, it's good shit. Like, dude, I would be totally on board with talking with that guy as opposed to, oh, hey, how's it going? Hey, you need some PlayStation games? Oh, also, are you interested in are you interested in getting yourself a membership? How about some gift cards?
I wish I had this advice when I was actually working there. Might help me a little bit.
Well, here's the thing. That's my advice. I'm sure that the management, if they were to talk to me, they would be like, yeah, sorry, that's not how things work around here. And then I would be like, okay, fuck you, I'm out.
Yeah, the only thing I like doing there was I would organize I would take like all the games off one shelf that were like all disorganized, and I just like reorganize and like alphabetize them like I was a librarian or something.
I mean, you basically kind of were.
That I kind of enjoyed doing, especially because I didn't have to talk to anyone while I was doing it.
That's true. Oh no, I feel like I would be in my element if I had a job where I was like doing some work in like a particular place. Like, again, if it's like a computer related thing, if I had a job at a Best Buy, I think I'd be happy. Like, full stop. Because, like, you know how many electronics in there I would just be like, oh, heck yeah, I know how that works. The question is, how much of a salesman would I need to be?
It's a good question. No, I'd enjoy a job like that too, but I like I don't think it. I don't even know if we have a Best Buy around here anymore.
I know that there's a Best Buy within my area. The Best Buy
Problem with
bit
Yeah.
Yes,
The problem
thank you,
with me
Star.
potentially working retail again, though, is I did last year. I tried to work for a little bit of Spirit Halloween, and my boss kept sending me home because I have a problem with my spine that causes me severe back pain if I stand or walk for too long. I didn't know how severe it was at that point. I thought I could try work with it, but I could not, and I'm probably gonna need surgery next year. Like, I just saw a doctor about it yesterday, and he gave me some info about the surgery, and yeah, I'll probably have to have that next year.
That's a darn shame.
Yeah.
Other medical related thing. Tomorrow I'm going to be going and getting my eyes checked, which is fun.
I probably need to. Honestly, I probably need to get an eye appointment soon too.
I haven't done it in 3 years, and they recommend you do it every 2. So I've been dragging my feet, but I'm getting the full, the full inspection, and that includes, and I'm going to make an assumption, that includes the dilating drops, I'm sure.
Oof.
So that's fun.
Get someone else to drive you home then.
Oh, absolutely. I've already arranged that and everything. Just been like, okay, you come out here, drop me off. I don't know. Have some fun in like the mall area for like an hour. Come back. And then pick me up. I'm scared. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I'm doing this casual stream today, because I'm like, I don't know whether or not I'm going to want to be around monitors for very long.
Oh, that's totally fair.
Yeah. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's kind of fun to do the whole in doctor thing. I don't. It's an interesting experience because you don't have it that often.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I know a lot of people joke about the whole. All right, 1 or 2, 1 or 2. They kind of look the same. All right. How about this one? 1 or 2? 2 kind of looks good. I don't know. I think that's fun.
It's not. It's probably like the least It's probably like the most. I guess the least not enjoyable like doctor that you can go to.
Yeah.
Because every other's is kind of some modicum of unpleasant.
Mm-hmm.
But an eye doctor, you just look at some pictures and that's it.
Well, the one thing that I cannot stand is the eye pressure test.
I don't know what that is.
The one where like they blow a puff of air at your head.
Oh, that. Yeah.
That one.
Oh, that's so annoying.
I'm always like, I know they're testing
like...
for they're testing for cancer and all that jazz. I get that. You know, they want to make sure that the pressure in your eyes is proper. Understood. But it's like, God.
Yeah, it's just like, darn it, did I blink?
Right? It's just like, oh, gotta try it again. Also,
usually I've not had that problem, thankfully, but it's just like, it's annoying. I always feel nervous I'm gonna mess it up.
Well, on top of that, I only what was it? Like 4 years ago, I found out I have a phobia of sticking things in my eyes.
I think that's the thing most people fear.
Well, there's some people that can, they're perfectly fine with contacts. I'm not, surprisingly. I didn't know that. I was going to try and move over to contacts, and then I found out I don't like having things in my eye. So.
Yeah, I've done. The only time I ever ordered contacts was once for a cosplay, and it was really, really annoying. And I'm just like, I just don't think I'm ever going to do this again.
Nah,
so
I'm perfectly
I
fine
would
with
probably
having...
not switch.
If anything, I feel like glasses are
them.
kind of a fashion statement anyway.
Yeah. You know what I like about wearing glasses is I don't know why this is, but they do make me look more masculine.
That's cool.
I've actually heard trans folks say, even if you just want to look more masculine, one thing that can actually help is wearing glasses. Even if you don't need them, just like get ones that like don't have any lenses. Just the frames themselves will like just helps for some reason.
That's interesting. I actually haven't heard of that.
Yeah, it's weird. You wouldn't think that would make much of a difference at all, but no, for some weird reason it does.
I mean, I
I
can
can't
see
really.
it. It depends on what type of glasses you get and how well they
Yeah,
frame the face, I think.
Yeah, that too. I
Jackie
really
says
like
they're
that.
going to try to get some sleep. And thank you for coming in.
Aw.
Happy Thanksgiving. Try
Have a good
not to
sleep.
get trampled by Black Friday people.
Have a good sleep.
Um,
Yeah, I get complimented on my glasses a lot because they're these really cool. It's like a mix of black, like light purple, and light green. It's like this like almost like marble kind of paint mix pattern on the
Oh,
frames,
interesting.
and then the I don't know what you call them, the things that go behind the ears.
Oh, okay.
Those are
right.
light purple. So I
I'm
don't know
trying
what
to
those are
recall.
called. The things that bend back and forth and they go behind your ears. I don't know what those are part of the glasses are called, but those are also like light purple. So it's just they're really
Apparently,
cool.
there's
frames,
a
and
Black
people buy
Friday
them.
30% off sunglasses and gaming glasses thing going on for this one place.
Gaming glasses.
Yeah, gaming glasses.
I feel like I've heard of that. I don't really know what it is though.
Well, gaming glasses,
just,
I
like-
believe. Oh, all it is it's literally they're like, hey, do you want to have a blue filter over your eyes? That's it. Like
think a lot
they
of glasses
literally
have
they
blue.
put a blue. It's kind of like it's just an extra little coating on the lenses of the glasses that helps block out screen blue light, essentially.
Yeah. I think a
Which-
lot of lenses come with those now, just like by default.
Right. Oh my god. I'm looking at some of the glasses at this one place.
Mm-hmm.
There's like diamond shaped ones. What? I mean, I'm sure it works for somebody. That somebody isn't me though.
Yeah, if I ever have to get new frames, our new lenses, I'll probably keep the frames just because I really like these frames and I get compliments on them. So, but yeah, that's because my glasses, my lenses have a blue light filter. I remember when I got them, they asked me about that. I'm like, yeah, I'm on the screens a lot, so that sounds like it's something that would help.
Yeah, I think so. I'm taking a look through the glasses for this one place that I tend to always buy from. I don't see the frames that I have always picked up from them don't seem to be in here. That's a shame. I guess I might have to jump ship to something else.
Aw.
Whatever. But again, apparently, like, they've got an entire 30% off Black Friday special, though, so maybe if I can get my prescription tomorrow. Hey. That could totally happen.
Nice.
All right. I'll think about that. Hey, it's Pierce. How's it going? I hope you're having a pretty good Thanksgiving.
Hello.
Here, let me attempt to try and throw another one of those cans. I'll try anyway. Redeem. Ah! That's an apple! Gosh darn it. Okay, let me try again. No, that's confetti. Come on, man. There it is! I love my new, ow! Thank you, Pierce. See, yes, that one. Man, I love how that works, man. Also, like, the very, very light sound design that I did on that was, I think it worked out. Star says they're going to go work on their AU after this stream. DWAU animatic to work on. DW. Not 100% certain of what DW is.
What is that?
DW could mean a lot of things.
I think of Arthur's little sister.
Oh, yeah, right. DW! That sign can't stop me because I can't read.
Can't read.
Oh, Dandy's word.
I am
for
shocked I have not
Roblox.
seen it. I can't believe I've seen T-shirts of Arthur memes and I'm just like, wow, that's the world we live in now.
Right? It's like that's freaking trippy.
Oh, is it
Dat
Roblox game?
Wario. Wow.
Oh, they mentioned it was a Roblox game.
Yep.
A couple friends of mine have been drawing this one character from a Roblox game a lot recently. There's a game called Pressure. The character's name is Sebastian. He's like
I was
this,
about to ask, is it Sebastian?
he's about- Yeah, it's Sebastian. Apparently he was slightly inspired by Snatcher. Which
Yep.
I can see. He's long monster man.
Did you see that post that I made not too long ago?
Noodle. Where?
You haven't seen it. Oh, hold on a moment.
Okay.
I have to go off to my Blue Sky because I'm sure I posted it over there.
Okay, I can look on your Blue Sky. Hold on.
Give me a minute. I'll find it.
Okay.
How long ago did I post that? I have been an absolute menace on Blue Sky. I'm posting so much shit. Guys, I like Blue Sky. I don't know if you know this. Here, I will send it to you via a dim.
Okay. On Blue Sky?
Not on Blue Sky,
Fine.
on the Discord.
Okay.
It embeds! I didn't know that was even a thing. Anyway, listen to this, guys.
All right, I've had enough. I'm getting to the
All right,
bottom of
let me
this
go.
right now. My minions keep calling me an anglerfish, asking how the electric chair felt, and trying to get me to sign things for them as Gianni. I have no idea what any of these things mean. My minions won't tell me, and I swear to all things holy, if one more person tries to buy a med kit off of me, I'm gonna peck and lose it!
I was like, man, the bait's right there. Might as well. And
I
I
mean,
keep
it's
getting
justified
compliments being
considering-
like, Jesus, you actually sound like Snatcher. What the hell? I'm like, thank
Like,
you.
no, yeah, it's almost like you're one of Snatcher's 2 canonical voice actors.
Yeah, it's almost like I actually did the voice for some. It's weird, isn't it? I'm gonna get Charlotte to ask him for a med kit. He gonna kill you. He gonna wreck you up. Ooh, pie. Let me see. What other things I've been doing over on the Blue Sky? I don't know. In general,
I need to
I've
find
just
more-
been. Now what?
You need to find more people to follow on Blue Sky.
I have a couple of starter packs. That I've made. One of them is called Good Artist Beans, one is called Good Voice Actor Beans, and another one is called Good Streamer Beans.
Yeah, I gotta go follow more voice actors because that's mostly who I followed on Twitter. Like my Twitter account was like, I have a Twitter that's like just for basically just me interacting with the Japanese Shadowverse community because that's where a lot of those people are. And so that account is like entirely in Japanese. All the tweets are in Japanese. I tweet in Japanese.
Right.
That's what that's for. And then my other one was for when I did stream. That's where I like advertise my streams and everything. And also following voice actors.
Yeah, I do wonder whether or not the exodus from Twitter might have grown the anime community just a little bit more.
A lot of voice actors have migrated over. I follow Sean Chiplock on there, and he's and I was looking through people that he follows, and there's like a lot of voice actors that I also know that's like, oh, they've got Blue Sky now too. So
yeah, but there's a difference between somebody who has a Blue Sky and somebody who uses Blue Sky.
that's true. Yeah, because right now I just
that's when
have one, and
I've
not
been running into
using it.
people who are just like, okay, I guess I'll get myself an account and then use it when I need to, and then they realize like, oh no, I'm not getting the kind of traction that I want here, or like, oh, I don't have the amount of people following me. Okay, guess I'll jump back over to Twitter, and then the cycle continues. When did you voice Snatcher in the Vanessa's Curse DLC? Yeah, for the Vanessa's Curse DLC, I voiced Snatcher in that one, mainly because the DLC that was made was CDLC, aka community DLC, essentially.
It was basically so it was like Gears of Breakfast like commissioned modders basically to make that DLC.
Right.
More
Well,
or
it's kind of
less.
like it wasn't even like a commission. It was more like, hey, I've made a really cool thing, Gears for Breakfast. Do you want us to do you want to incorporate it into the game? And then Gears goes, yes.
Yep.
And then bada boom, bada bing, you're in.
It's kind of like an officially endorsed, supported, sponsored mod
Yeah, basically.
in a way.
And also, Maddie has arrived. Hello. And there's a Pierce.
Hi.
Pierce, what up?
Yo.
Hello.
It's,
How was
it's
your
basically
Thanksgiving?
it's basically like you know how Team Fortress 2 with their updates, they basically just grab stuff from the Steam Workshop that people voted on and then they just add that to the game officially. It's sort of like that, except this was made and it wasn't uploaded to the Steam Workshop first. It was just made and then Gears for Breakfast saw it scenes and they said, hey, let's make a program so we could just add this stuff into the game and provide some support and get things working. And they did. And it was
Yeah.
great.
Yep. I hope they do another one eventually, because I'd be sad if it was that ended up being the only creator DLC. Like,
We'll see.
I worry they won't do another one because Vanessa's Curse on day one was super buggy. It was like almost unplayable.
Yeah,
but
that's
not
kind
a
of to be
big-
expected,
what's it-
unfortunately, because
Yeah,
it was a
but what's
very
the-
it was a very experimental thing. You know,
Yeah.
It's unfortunate
once they got
that-
all
they worked
Once
out
they
a
got
lot
all
of the
the
bugs,
sorted
but
out, it
by
was
then a
really
lot of
good.
people.
Yeah. It was
shut
great
it
once
off.
they worked out all the kinks, but yeah, I'm just afraid they won't do another one in case that happens again, because I remember like there was like a lot of mixed and negative reviews like on day one when the DLC launched, and
Nah,
I'm like, guys, just wait until it gets fixed.
I doubt it. I really genuinely doubt that that's going to be the end of the CDLC stuff. I've got a lot of faith
Yeah.
that we're going to see some
I
pretty
really hope
impressive
I
stuff
really
down the
hope we do
pipeline.
get another
The Hat in
one.
Time modding community is simply too talented for that to be the only CDLC that happens.
Mhm.
I hope so.
I know of a few particular modding, like a few particular modders that have been incredibly quiet. I'm not going to say anything else, just that.
Ooh.
Anyway, moving on to Blue
Batman's
Sky.
being added as the next CDLC. Okay.
Oh my god! Let's see. What have I recently been doing it on Blue Sky anyway? You know, it's funny how hashtags actually mean things now, which is really nice. You can do that. I want to make my mod canon. Well, it's got to be a really impressive mod. And also, I'm fairly certain Gears probably won't accept any mods unless they feel that it fits really well within Hat in Time's like vibes already. You know what I mean? Like, I think it has
It
to hit the
almost
exact
has
same
to
sort of flavor.
Yeah, it has to be as close to canon as possible.
Also, I only just noticed that apparently I don't have a backdrop on this model right now. Why? Hold on
I mean,
a moment.
you got your QB PS2 background going on.
I do, but hold on a second. Hold on. Gotta go and fix a thing. I have to go. Let's go into the VTuber rig. Grab VNAN. I gotta put a filter on. I just fixed this for another game thing. Where is it? Here we go. Actually, yeah. I think it'd be fine to put it in here. Where is it? Where is it? Would it be in here? Oh, I think it would be. Hold on. Ah, here we go. Shadow. I am all of me. Anyway.
That's a good game. The new one, not the 2005 one.
I really want to play that, but I'm not gonna buy Sonic Generations again, I already own Sonic Generations. I'm not gonna buy it again for $60 just to play the new levels.
I would
Which
buy it
I
again.
wanna play.
I would buy it again if the Nouveau was not a factor.
Yeah, that too.
That's me.
No, that's fair.
Okay. And then a little bit of a distance thing. There we go. That's good enough. That's what I meant. A shadow. Yay. Gotta have a little bit of a... Man, if there's anything that is consistent throughout the entirety of my video and streaming career, it's the fact that I use copious levels of drop shadow.
Speaking of drop
Like-
shadow, Bit, have you played Shadow the Hedgehog, and when did you drop it, if so?
Jesus. I've never played Shadow the Hedgehog. That was a GameCube game, right?
GameCube, PS2, and Xbox.
Yep.
Yep. I wasn't really in the Sonic the Hedgehog like fandom at the time, so yeah.
Understandable.
Mm-hmm.
Maddie says my friend was
I
tempted to make
unironically wish-
something me and her have been working on since this summer to be CDLC, but because of the possibility of it meaning we technically lose the rights to the OCs that we wanted to include, it's just going to be a really big mod. You know what? That's awesome. Like, that might even be better for you at the end of the day, because not only can you guarantee that, yes, this will be coming out and you will be releasing something to people, but yeah, you get to own everything that you currently own, and you don't have to worry about it being like, meshing really well within, stuff that's already canon. I think that's good.
The good thing about CDLC is that assuming you try and submit for CDLC and it doesn't happen, you can still just upload it perfectly fine as a regular mod, and people will still be able to play all the stuff you put all your work in, that effort into.
Right? Like, if you get in, hey, that's awesome. If you don't get in, well, at least you got a really awesome mod to show people. I think that's pretty much the mentality people got to be having with that. Is my thought. Okay.
I wish I could mod a Hat in Time, but like I said, I don't mess with anything 3D.
I mean, it's just Unreal Engine 3. It's not that hard to learn.
You say that just like, whatever, it's like hopscotch.
Unreal 3 isn't that much more complicated than learning Roblox or Fortnite's generator or anything like that. If you know how to...
Right, but there's some people that can't even, like, they can't even tie their shoelaces.
Because my art school required me that I pass it, but that I take 3 3D based classes, modeling, animation, and some other thing, and those are all required classes. I couldn't even pass the first modeling class.
Okay.
And I tried, and I took it 3 times with tutors.
Okay, so here's the good thing about modding Hat in Time, though. You don't need to know how to model, because you can just reuse all of the models that are already in the game.
That's true, but there's still... But I assume the interface of it is probably kind of... Because it's still working in 3D space, and when I tried working in Maya, that was an absolute nightmare, and I never want to do it.
Well, that's because you're using Maya, and Maya is a completely... I don't want to swear here, but it's a piece of absolute garbage. So there's actually an industry standard that you're supposed to use when you're making 3D software to be able to move around. Most 3D software, you just move around by holding right-click, and then you just WASD your way around like you're playing a video game. It's very easy. It's very simple. Maya is the only one that doesn't do that.
Jeez, no wonder I hated it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So...
I think the best way...
If you can play any first-person shooter ever created, you can navigate Unreal Engine 3's UI.
Okay.
I have played around with Unreal Engine 3's editor, and yeah, I definitely... I actually did genuinely make, baby's first Blue Rift at one point.
Yeah.
It wasn't good enough for me to actually upload it or anything, but it's criminally easy to do it.
Because all the platform assets are already built, and there's already really great tutorials out there that explain, hey, if you want a platform to move, here's how you do that. I use those.
There are so many tutorials out there, so it's not too hard. I think with anything, you need to be ready and willing to essentially learn a new language. That's basically...
you know what?
Best
I
way
think
to
I'll just
describe
keep
it.
studying Japanese then, because I'm still not, I'm still not perfect at that.
Honestly, learning Japanese is a really good skill, and if you can do that, then good, do that.
Yeah, I've been working on it for. I mean, I took Japanese in high school, and I did it, and then I kind of studied it off and on for many years. But it wasn't until like getting hardcore into Shadowverse in like 2020, and having COVID, and then COVID, keeping me at home with nothing to do, but work on that kind of stuff, that I got really serious about it and started improving a lot, especially because I was trying to do things like talk to the Japanese community on Twitter, which improved my skills in it like immensely.
Awesome.
I wish I
Yeah.
learned
if
Japanese in
they-
school.
Also, if they ever bring back the Haruhi Suzumiya collab for Shadowverse, let me know, because I want that and I can't get it, and it bothers me because it was a timed event.
So there's a sequel to Shadowverse coming out in the spring,
Okay.
which will be a great place to start. That's and I definitely, because right now the game is basically finished, and and every month they just go back to an old like rotation format, and it's not presumably not going to get any new collabs because the game is like done, and we have a sequel coming out soon. But when the sequel comes out, I assume that will start getting collabs after a set amount of time. And I don't know if they'll have another Haruhi one, but there might be other cool things that they get, and I just recommend playing it anyway. Shadowverse Worlds Beyond
I'll
comes out
give
in
it a
spring
shot if
2025.
they add a
Please
Haruhi
give it a
collab
shot.
to the second one, because I really want that, and I hate that I missed the collab for the first one, because I would have totally played the game if they had that. And I know that if I
yeah.
play it now, I'll be upset, because it's like, I should have this thing here.
I know.
So-
It's such a shame that the collabs are all limited time. For some
Yeah,
reason, the
And
first
it's also
collab the game
it's
ever
also
got.
frustrating because that series is basically dead outside of collabs. So
Yep.
yeah, it's
Oh
frustrating.
god,
Yeah.
that's a mood. I know so many properties that only exist because, like, some other company went, "Hey, you know what's really cool? This thing."
The
Let's
most
have
recent
this thing on
project for
board.
this franchise was a Kickstarter,
What was the Kickstarter for?
a new animated music video.
Wow.
Did it succeed?
Well, in the first 24 hours, it got 300% of its goal. So
Hmm.
they had to add more.
Good lord.
Anyway,
That's
can they make
great.
season 3 yet? No? Okay.
Yeah, that'll
No.
never happen, unfortunately.
Yeah, I know.
If I ever get a massive amount of money, I definitely will use it to try and bring something back from the dead. Like, some property. I don't know what it would be.
That's a
But I would-
hilarious contrast, though. That Haruhi music video. That Haruhi's like, oh, we just want to make a music video. They get 300. They get 300% their goal in 24 hours. Meanwhile, my favorite anime of all time, Gregory Horror Show, had a Kickstarter that didn't. That it had. So the initial Kickstarter. So the Kickstarter was for a new. The translating a new game that's coming out and a new series. And
Okay.
the game was already kickstarted, had just like a Japan only crowdfunding campaign, and that was successful. And
Okay.
so the worldwide Kickstarter was for a new series and to translate the game. It
All right.
only made half its goal.
Oh man.
Barely half its goal. So what they did was, they had to make, the creator gave up on the whole new series thing and just like, okay, we'll do another Kickstarter just to translate the game, because that game is happening, and I want there to be an English version. So they did that, and they were able to reach that, but it was close. And I'm just like, man, I always thought of the series as like actually more of a cult classic than it apparently is. It's like it's not like a mainstream popular thing, but it's like it's got a really dedicated cult audience, so it definitely
Yeah,
made Kickstarter.
maybe it's too much of a cult
Yeah.
classic.
Yeah, it didn't.
The
made
cult is
enough
just a
of-
little bit too concentrated.
Yeah, it made it. I'm glad it
There
at
are
least made enough
dozens
for
of
the,
us.
for the
Dozens.
for the
Dozens!
translated game. Yeah, which is in early access now. Gregory Horror Show Soul of Roses. It's on Steam. I need to. So my Kickstarter contribution did not give me a. I thought it did. It only gave me access to the beta test. I thought it gave me access to the game, but it doesn't. So I'm gonna have to buy it separately, and I just don't have the money for that right now. So, but I will do it. I will buy it again. But Gregory Horror Show Soul Rose. It's the reviews have described it as Hades meets Kirby.
So just Kirby.
That's amazing. Also, that one guy. Hold on. Okay. I see. I was very confused because I've seen several people make the reference of we are going to the first Thanksgiving to get turkeys off the menu. Okay.
Oh, Freebird.
I never saw Freebirds.
Yeah, Freebirds.
You're not missing anything. Do you know how that movie ends?
No.
Okay, I'm going to just spoil how it ends because nobody cares about Freebird spoilers. Okay, so the movie ends with them going back in time to the first Thanksgiving to get turkeys off the menu, and they basically start this really, really big fight against all of the people who are trying to have Thanksgiving. And then one of the other turkeys comes from the future and says, instead of eating the turkeys, eat this instead. And guess what he's holding? Guess what food they replaced turkeys
Tofu?
with? Worse.
Pizza?
Chuck E. Cheese pizza. Specifically Chuck E. Cheese.
How is
Wow.
that going to convince anybody?
I don't know, but the end of the movie is it somehow works, and Chuck E. Cheese pizza is now Thanksgiving dinner.
That's a
The end.
no.
So the whole
I
thing
would
was
have
just a
accepted.
Chuck E. Cheese ad?
The whole thing is a Chuck E. Cheese ad, yeah.
I would have
That's what it boiled down
expected
to.
like KFC or something.
No, that
It's
would've been
like the
funny.
Colonel just being like, "Hey, you
That
shouldn't be
would've
having
been funny,
turkey
and
for
then you could've
Thanksgiving."
fast-forwarded to the end, and then there would have been a scene where they pardoned a chicken, and then Colonel Chicken Sanders comes up and he says, "Buck, we're going back in time to the first Thanksgiving to get chickens off the menu."
To
and
get
then it's a great
chickens
sequel
off
hook.
the menu.
Also, there's a scene where some of the Native Americans are looking at the pilgrims and the turkeys about to all fight, and he says, "Those look like some very angry birds."
Anyway,
Loud sigh. Okay.
it was that time. It was that era.
Yep.
Come to think of it, I literally
the-
just saw a thing. Oh
And
yeah,
the Angry Birds movie wouldn't be for like another decade.
right. So while I was in the middle of like getting stream ready here, I was listening to some Johnny Atma metal remixes for video games and stuff.
Oh,
And while I was scrolling through a bunch of his songs, I stumbled across he did a remix of the main theme for the Angry Birds Transformers game. First of all, what? There's an Angry Birds Transformers game? Second of all, apparently the soundtrack is so baller that he's like, yeah, I'm going to make a metal remix out of this.
That's pretty awesome. Johnny Atma is a really, really, really good remixer.
Absolutely. I know absolutely no contestant here. Like, yeah.
Did you see that he actually worked on a Sonic game recently?
Yeah. Oh, he's worked on a lot of games, including Sonic. I think one of the recent Ninja Turtle games, he was in it.
Nice.
He's been in a lot of games. And honestly, good for him.
Very good for him.
He is so freaking talented. Yeah, there's Angry. And what's funny about the Transformers Angry Birds game, I joke and I'm just like, what? Why? Why would you make a remix of the music for an Angry Birds game? However, I am also old. And I'm sure there's probably somebody out there that played it on their phone who probably has like massive nostalgia for it. And they're just like, oh my God, this was my childhood. Thank you. You know, it's a thing. You know, I have mine, you have yours. Everybody's got their nostalgia.
Also, the second Angry Birds movie is unironically really good because it's directed by the creator of Flapjack.
Okay,
Really?
so it's peak.
Yes. It's
I
got
don't
a
know
very
how they
it's got a,
managed that, but I'm not complaining.
That's weird.
it's got a very Tiny Toons kind of feel.
Huh.
Like
Well,
that's the
that's
best way I can describe it. It kind of feels like an old 90s Spielberg show, like Tiny Toons or Animaniacs.
Well, that sounds pretty awesome, actually. Because I
It's
remember watching
actually
Tiny Toons,
really
and I
good.
freaking loved it.
Yeah, like Thurop Van Orman, that's the guy. He just needs to work on more stuff because he's like, I love Flapjack. And anything that he works on with, especially if he's allowed to be like excessively weird and just like he was in Flapjack, like that show was no holds barred, just
I've only seen little bits and pieces of Flapjack,
bizarre and
and
disgusting,
just-
and
it
best.
seems like a drug trip.
Wait,
it's
Tiny
such a
Toon
trip.
Adventures, wasn't that Tom Ruger?
Yeah, he was one of the creators.
Okay, you know that he also worked on that CG Pac-Man show, right?
Oh yeah, that's why I love it.
Yeah.
Seriously?
I love Pac-Man and the
Yeah,
Ghostly
he did
Adventures.
Pac-Man.
That show
Yeah,
is
he
so
did.
underrated.
He did Tiny Toons, Animaniacs, and Pac-Man: The Ghostly Adventures.
Yeah, I love Pac-Man and the Ghostly Adventures. I love that show. I was a huge champion of it. I'm like, guys, don't judge a book by its cover. The show is actually great. You're not supposed to take it seriously. The lore is completely insane. It's the
Pac-Man and the
villains are
Ghostly
hysterical.
Adventures. Now that's a name I haven't heard in a long time.
I will say this about the show:
Uh-huh.
the U.S. The English theme song is hot garbage.
Yeah. But the Japanese one is by Hayate.
Japanese one is Hayadane, so that means it's peak. So go listen to that one
So
instead.
peak. I actually uploaded so this is like on my old YouTube channel, but if you look for the full version of that song on YouTube, I'm the uploader because I bought
nice.
it on Japanese iTunes like the day it released and was the first person to upload it to YouTube.
That's cool.
Awesome.
The song's called Pack This World.
Yeah.
So just look for
Bit
Pack This
Angry
World
Bird
Hayate to
stream
find it.
win.
Hayadane
Why?
needs to do more things. Please.
Why must I play this? Oh, random aside. I just noticed that my card pack has just refreshed in Pokemon card game app. So
Oh, yeah,
I need
fuck it.
I need a choice from
Fuck
you
it.
guys. Charizard, Mewtwo, or Pikachu?
Mewtwo. That's the packs
Mewtwo.
I've been opening.
Mewtwo.
Mewtwo? Okay.
Yeah, he's just
I forget
cooler.
I forget how many times I've opened up the Mewtwo one, but sure, let's go for it.
I think Mewtwo is like the most powerful card in the game right now. Anyway.
Ooh.
Good.
You know,
because
I
it's
have
Mewtwo.
not actually gotten Mewtwo yet. Here. There's a card pack that started backwards. Let's go ahead and choose that one. Okay, well, I got a Doduo again. Cottony. Zubat. Frostmoth. Ooh, an Aerodactyl! And it's a,
Oh, nice.
yeah, it's a metal foil one, too.
Sweet.
Sweet.
Let
Alright, I'll
me
take
pull
that.
for the day and see what I get.
I'm basically doing everything on this app except paying for anything. Because I'm like, yeah, no. That's an addiction
No,
trap.
you shouldn't. You shouldn't.
No. Although, how many hourglasses have I collected so far?
Ooh, I got the like it's like a fancy art Weezing.
Artie Waddy Hoodoo?
I got a Weezing, but it's got like a fancy border. And,
Oh,
like,
nice.
nice. And like the artwork and like the text is like on the artwork, so it's like full art. I don't know what
That
you
one
call
guy
these.
says, my luck on the Mewtwo packs are garbage. I have both the Pikachu and Charizard main art cards, but for the Mewtwo one, I keep pulling duplicates. Mood. Yeah.
I also got a Cubo and a Petalil, a Salazzle, and Ivysaur.
The hell this card is amazing. Ever since I added it to my deck, I have gotten nothing but wins. Oh, really? The Heliodisc. Interesting. Very curious. You know what? I'm feeling kind of generous. My rule is that I am trying not to spend any of my hourglasses unless I know that I'm not gonna break 99 plus. Just because, you know, I want to have a stock. Just in case. I don't know. I'm gonna break that. Which one should I choose? Should I go for another Mewtwo or should I go for a different one?
Mewtwo.
Mewtwo?
I actually got like the art. I actually got like the art for the card you pull from Mewtwo, where it's like when you pull it, it does like a whole cutscene basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's really cool.
All right, I'll go ahead and spend 12 hourglasses on another poll.
You're not spending real money, right?
Not spending
no,
real money.
hourglasses are the in-game.
good.
It's an in-game currency.
Okay, that's fine then.
Yeah, no.
Don't
Do not
give in to the
do not
gotcha
fall
god.
into the gambling trap that is games like these.
Do not fall into the gotcha trap.
Nope.
See, they call it that because once
They got
once
you.
they got you. Yeah.
And they gotcha.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, I choose this one. All right. we have Arbok, another Zubat, Hitmonlee, Dratini, and Zebstrika. Well,
Aw.
none of it was new.
Yeah. A
I've
good
collected a
digital
lot
card
of.
game.
Apparently, I've collected about 447 cards.
I've got 300 something.
Just realized that you've
Yeah,
been
a good,
streaming. Why were you streaming? Good question.
A good digital card game will never make you buy extra cards. You'll be able
Right.
to the things that you want to spend money on will be like cosmetics.
Well, luckily, yeah. I've been using just... see, the cool thing, though, is that even though I've been getting a lot of repeats and things, that's okay, because I actually like the fact that I can take the repeat cards... Ow! I can take the repeat cards and then I can turn them into Flare.
Oh yeah.
Like, that's a really good use of that to keep you still excited about whatever it is that's inside the card packs. I appreciate that feature.
Oh yeah.
Ow!
Shadowverse lets you turn your extras into materials to make whatever cards you want.
Oh,
So like
cool.
if you're pulling a bunch of stuff that you don't want, you can just take the extras, turn them into a resource, and then you use that resources to make the cards you want.
I think I stole
Technically,
that from Hearthstone.
you can actually do that on the Pokemon app if I... Ah!
Yeah,
Thank you,
that's
Diamond.
a pretty standard virtual card game mechanic.
Yep.
Right. You can do that in the
Forget what
Pokemon
though.
app, and it's like pack points. Where
Yeah.
you take the points for all the packs that you've opened up, and you could literally just take them and make them into whatever card you want. Speaking of which, let me go check how many pack points I have right now. 385. Good God. I could get something that I have not yet collected. Look at the rats. Rats. I have
Actually, I just
there are
remembered
oh my God. There's 2,000 cards and I only have 385. What a world that still exists. I don't know. There's
just
something
remembered-
about this.
Guys-
I really badly want to save up 500 so that I can like get one of the EX cards. I'm patient. I don't need to get something right away, man. Unless maybe if it's like a gym leader card, possibly. Maybe.
I did
Maybe.
get like the fancy art Giovanni, which is really cool.
Oh, fancy art Giovanni.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I keep on putting my phone down, but let me go see what my special cards are. Rats, the rats, where the rats? Aren't we getting more packs early next year? Oh, it's a never-ending rabbit hole. Anyway, we stop
I'd hope
at night.
so.
We pray at night. Where the rats? By the way, I'm starting to feel the Thanksgiving indigestion. Gotta love it. Here, let me go into my my cards and see what like my special shinies are. Now, I know that. Can I sort them by rarity? I don't believe so. So I know that I've got some EX cards, like I got Bulbasaur, Blastoise, Charizard. I've got 4 fat Pikachus, which makes me incredibly happy. I need a 5th one, though. I want the Chonky Boy to have a shiny skin. That is a weird word. That's a weird section of words that I just said there.
It's a weird section of
boy.
words.
Chonky
Chonky Boy to
Boy
have a
needs
shiny
some
skin.
shiny skin.
Oh.
Okay. Moving on.
Moving on from the Chonky Boy.
Chunky. Freaking rats. It's infested in here. I've got a bunch of the promo cards, which are, you know, the basic things that you could just buy. Okay, here's the special cards that I got. I have a... Here. Oh, yeah, I have an Art Gloom, Art Pinsir, Art Charmander, and the Art Charmander's adorable.
Aw, I like the.
It's
Archie Bone
Charmander,
where
and
they're
he's
all,
just like
hanging
sitting
out.
down in the middle of the woods using his tail as a fire, and he's just like
Aw.
sitting by the fire. But he's so cute. There's a swimming
a-
Squirtle, which is adorable.
I have a Nido King, Queen, and a Nido King. Those are both really cute. They're all like sleeping.
Oh, I have a
They're-
Nidoking,
they're-
yeah. Oh, I got the Lapras card, which the Lapras card looks amazing.
Oh, that's the one from the
Oh,
event, right?
There's a surfing Pikachu in the back.
Oh, nice.
Aw.
I didn't see that before. That's cool.
That's very cool.
I think my favorite card that I've collected so far is Alakazam. Like, the Alakazam art card is insane. It's like somebody said, hey, you like Hypercolor?
Yep. I just tried to get that off a Wonder Pick and I didn't get it. Womp womp.
It's freaking nuts, man. Also, I love how freaking holographic everything looks. Like,
Oh, so
although,
shiny.
you know one feature I really badly want them to add in this game? Gyroscope.
It would be cool.
Add
That'd be cool.
gyroscope, because I would love to be able to like move the card around in my hand and like swivel it back and forth.
That would
Oh,
give
yeah.
a more tactile feel to the cards.
Right? So, I don't know, because it's kind of making me go like, man, I want this to feel more tactile. I want to actually feel the card. Cut to me about like 2 weeks later, and I'm like up to my neck in card packs. I'm like, I don't know how this happened. I always fail the
catch 'em
Wonder
all.
Picks, says that one guy. I feel destined to fail those. I won that like once. One time. Also, Diamond is asking what I just returned to. Durets. That's what you returned to. Durets.
Yes, if you like Pokemon Pocket TCG, play Shadowverse Worlds Beyond when it comes out in the spring. It's an anime card game, digital anime card game, and it's gonna be amazing. Just you wait.
Neat.
I'm very, very
If you
excited.
want a good physical anime card game, Weiss Schwartz is actually really, really fun.
I used to play Weiss Schwartz. Now I play Shadowverse Evolve, which is the There's a physical Shadowverse now. It's called Shadowverse Evolve, and I play that on
The
Yeah.
Schwartz?
the seventh set for that just came out. It's been out about a year now.
Yeah, it's a big, crazy crossover like competitive card game. The reason it's called Weiss Schwartz is because basically the game is split up into two different types of decks you can have. One of them are the Weiss cards, which are themed around like cutesy slice of life sort of anime, and the other one are the Schwartz cards, which are themed around more like shonen-esque anime. And you can basically pit them all against each other and mix and match them, and it's really, really
my
funny
wife
to have
who-
cards
it-
based on
yeah.
like Hatsune Miku going up against Persona 4 cards. It's really fun.
Yeah, it's my waifu can beat up your waifu, the card game.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, I used to play it. I ran.
My
I
waifu is
played
stronger
a,
than your waifu.
I played a Madoka Magica deck when I played
Oh,
it.
nice. I
Yeah.
had a Project Diva deck. It was cute.
Oh, nice! I did too.
Yeah, that's a good starter deck.
Yeah, that's one of the ones I started with. I don't remember, but yeah, one of the, I had a Madoka Magica deck, and I had a I don't know if you guys know what Bang Dream is.
Bang Dream.
It's a yeah, it's a franchise. It's a franchise mobile game. It's got an
That one
mean,
guy
it's
is
kind of a
saying,
mobile
I zoned
game
out. What are we
about-
talking about?
We're talking
Uh,
about anime card games. Currently, we're talking about a game called Weiss Schwartz.
which I used to play, but yeah, and so Bang Dream has it's got an anime and it has a mobile game, and it's about a bunch of bands made up of all girl bands.
Yeah, it's
and
a
one
fun
of them-
idol show,
It's an idol show with extra steps,
basically.
but
Um,
because they actually play the instruments and they're in a band, they're not really idols. So there's one idol band, but yeah. So one of them is a band called Hello Happy World, and I had a deck. And I had a deck with them because I love Kaoru. She's my wife.
On the subject of Weiss Schwartz, there is one, like, they did do a digital version of Weiss Schwartz that on the PSP that I really would like to play, but it was
Oh,
only
really?
Yeah, it was only on the PSP, and as far as I know, it only got a Japanese release. So, if there's a fan translation out there, I haven't found it yet.
Really cool.
But
I'll
if it
look that
exists,
up.
I want it.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
I've never heard of that. I used to play. That's how I first played Danganronpa. Was I got a fan translation of the original PSP release it was like an actual playable fan translation, and I played it on my modded PSP. This was like over a year before like the official English localization was even like announced.
Nice.
Yeah. So
Okay, yeah. I'm googling it. It looks like someone made like a GitHub of just basically like here's a translation of what all the cards actually say, but there's nothing that actually puts that into the game.
aw.
So
That's
yeah,
how I
basically
had
you
to
just have
play
to
it.
use a guide to play it because all the cards are in Japanese.
You use a wiki, yeah.
But hey, for you, I guess you could play it.
I don't know if I could. I can't. I'm very bad at reading kanji, and sometimes katakana. Like,
I mean, is there
I
anyone out there
kinda
who's
hate
good at
katakana,
reading
all
kanji?
I mean, I imagine if Japanese is your first language, you're probably decent at it. Maybe.
Yeah, but kanji has like over 1,000 characters.
I know. But yeah, no, I'm kind of bad at I'm bad at reading kanji, and I'm even kind of bad at reading katakana because frick, all katakana looks the same. I kind of hate it.
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
It would be so much easier if they just used one freaking character set.
Yeah.
But no, they have to use 3.
3 whole alphabets. It's
Yeah. Blarg.
Blarg.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
Alright.
that especially when you get to stuff where it's like you have like something's written in katakana and there's multiple ways that you can read it in English. Like I do translations for Shadowverse Evolved cards. So like when new ones come out in Japan, I'm on a server where I help translate them. So we can like see all the new stuff that's coming out in Japan that'll be out in English in like a year, because the English game is about a year behind the Japanese one. And so like we were actually there was a card that was revealed the other day that was like we couldn't figure out what the katakana was because there was multiple ways you could ways you could read it, and it was just so annoying. And like I'm like, no, it's and the thing is like, no, it's this, and like, no, it's probably this, and then we had to look at it, and then we had to look it all up, and there was like, no, it's literally like 2 different ways you can read it, and it's like, so which one is it supposed to be? And we kind of just had to guess based on the context. It's like, I'm confused how you would even know that even if you were a native speaker. Like, how would you know which is this supposed to be?
I don't
Yay!
know.
It's a shower of emotes. Also, all the emotes have got shadows too. I just noticed that. Yay!
Shadow
I like
effect,
shadow
really.
effects.
I like Shadow the Hedgehog. What?
I
What?
like Shadow
Okay.
the Hedgehog. I only just recently
unironically
watched the
think they were-
I watched the new trailer for Sonic 3 recently.
Yeah, it was a good one.
My god.
Yeah. I
That
am
looks
very
like that
excited
movie's going to
for
be
it.
amazing.
Yes.
I cannot wait. A friend of mine already bought his tickets.
I am very excited to go see it. I'm definitely seeing that day 1.
Same
I don't
here.
know if I'm not a massive movie buff or anything like that, but gosh darn it if I'm not tempted to go and watch the the funny Shadow movie.
Mm-hmm.
Especially, I mean,
still-
I'm already on board with the idea of Jim Carrey as Eggman. And so question, who is the person playing Dr. Robotnik?
That's
Robotnik
they're
and
both
Eggman are the
Jim
same
Carrey.
character. Professor Gerald and Eggman are both played by Jim Carrey.
Okay, they're both Jim Carrey.
They're
Yeah.
both Jim Carrey.
The makeup is like
It's pretty funny.
convincingly confusing my brain. So they're both Jim
Yeah.
Carrey. That's awesome.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
both Jim Carrey. And Shadow's Keanu Reeves, which is great.
Yep.
I predicted that. I still can't believe that because when I saw Sonic 2, it was with my ex-boyfriend, and like right after we saw the movie, we went to dinner, and it was so like at the end of Sonic 2, at the very very end, there's you see Shadow, and it's just like that's the end of the movie, and and so we're like, huh, so like, okay, so the next one's gonna have Shadow, and we're just talking like, okay. And he asked me, who do you think is gonna voice Shadow in the third movie? And I think about it for like, I don't know, maybe 30 seconds, and then I just say Keanu Reeves, and he's like, okay, I can kind of see it, and then cut to like 2 years later, and then it gets announced, and I'm like, I should be a casting director.
Yes.
I can't believe it, because that was just me, like, it was pretty much the first thing that popped into my head.
Yeah, the two main people that I saw people like guessing who would play Shadow is either Keanu Reeves or Hayden Christensen.
Yeah, there was some.
I could have seen Hayden Christensen
for a while.
Yeah.
I can absolutely see him doing it as well. But I think they did. I think they picked good with Keanu. I'm really happy with how he sounds in the trailer so far.
He sounds great.
And I'm also very, very hyped to hear him in Shadow Generations later.
Oh yeah, there's that DLC. Oh, that looks so cool.
Yeah, now do a DLC level with a level from Shadow the Hedgehog. Okay.
Yeah, right.
I unironically want them to remake Shadow the Hedgehog.
I
we
don't
need to
know
remake
about that.
But no, the remake to make it good.
Oh, so you mean just throw out the old game and just replace it with a new one?
Yeah, but then
I mean, that's
how do you do that and not, like, the mission structure of the game is, like, core to how Shadow the Hedgehog works, and it also sucks. So how do you fix that?
I think it just comes down to, like, I don't know, coming up with something.
Yeah, that's kind of the core issue. I think that would be the biggest issue in trying to remake it would be trying to fix the mission structure. But I don't know. I think it's possible.
Yeah, and also figuring out how to stop people from having to play Westopolis 10 times.
That one guy says, keep in all of the over-the-top lines in the evil route.
I mean, all the lines in that game are over the top.
All hail Shadow. Yeah.
Heroes rise again. Yeah. Where's that damn fourth Chaos Emerald? Find the computer room. All that good stuff.
I can't believe how much they've actually the official, like, I watched the Twitter takeover that they did so I watched the most recent one, and then I went back and watched the old ones because I hadn't seen the old ones, and there is actually in one of them where they have Shadow's voice actor quote that, but they censor him.
Yep.
And he's like, wow, and they're like, wow, he's being censored in real time.
Yeah, it's great.
And he's like, and he's like, curse you, Sega. I will say that Fleet Force Chaos Emerald. You can't stop me. I said it in the game. He's like, so bad. I swear. It's so good.
Yeah. Find it weird that the subtitles put the fourth in all caps when the VA clearly emphasized damn and not fourth. That happens, man.
Yeah, that happens.
Especially,
honestly,
who knows, like, how rushed they were to take care of that.
Oh, I know.
And we don't know what order they did things. We don't know if, like, the voice actors did the recordings first and then they subtitled it, or we don't know if, like, a set of writers wrote it first and then the voice actors had to voice it really freaking quickly. You know, like, that could happen. Excuse me. Give me a minute. Just grabbing something. I don't know, it's funny. Whenever I see stuff like that, I've been in enough productions where I just kind of know. I'm sitting there being like, okay, so you ran into a hitch here. Here's what you should have done. Here's what probably happened. It's like a second sense, second sense, where you're just like, uh-oh, somebody's really awkward with their lines. You know what really is a bitch, though? When you get so good at hearing audio that, like, you start to figure out, like, okay, this person was in a home recording studio. This person was actually in a studio.
Wow.
This person is definitely talking with a bedsheet over their head.
Yeah, exactly. And you're just like, sometimes you can't tell, but in a lot of cases when I'm sitting there, I'm just like, there's something a little bit more tinny about this person's voice. Or, like, I'll be listening to some recordings over the course of an entire series, and I'll be sitting there being like, why does this character sound a little bit different? Like, it doesn't sound bad. It just doesn't sound the same. And then I'll just be like, It's weird. I get very persnickety when it comes to stuff related to audio performances. We are currently infested by the rats. We the rats. I'm thankful that I haven't run into any sort of, like, you know, pests yet this year. That being said, it's getting colder, and I'm sure they're probably on their way. Alright. Okay, well, it's starting to get a little bit late, and also it is, it's a stream that I kind of wasn't planning on doing, but I did anyway, because, hey, I wanted to have some fun. So, I think we are going to, start bookending some stuff. This was fun.
Yeah. Good
It was a
job. Have
nice Thanksgiving stream.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I hope you guys have a very good Black Friday. Again, stay indoors. Possibly, like, you know, make some purchases virtually. Ooh,
So they call it the Cyber Weekend now. It's not just Cyber Monday anymore.
Oh, yeah.
No.
I guess that's probably just one, to maximize sales. Two, maybe it's to make sure that they don't DDoS their own servers, possibly. I don't know. All right. So game plan for the next few days here. Saturday, I will be playing Super Mario RPG. And then on Sunday, I'm going to begin my playthrough of... Give me a second. I'm turning off a camera here. There we go. On Sunday, I am starting up my playthrough of Arzette, the Jewel of Faramore, and I'm very excited about that.
You were playing that. I'm so excited to see you play that. That game is great.
I've done everything I can to avoid everything with that game, including, and this is painful, like I really badly wanted to watch Vinny from Vinesauce play the game. And I've been spoiled of a few things, but for the most part, I have not seen much in that game. So I'm super jonesed about that.
It's great. You're gonna love it.
I'm sure I will. And if anybody doesn't know what it is, it's basically the spiritual successor to Zelda CDI back in the day. Basically the YouTube pooped videos that are being, like, joked to the end of time.
My boy, this piece is what all true warriors strive for. It's that.
Yeah. They took the concept of the Zelda CDI games but made it good. Like,
right.
That is the most impressive part.
I can't wait to go bomb some Dodongos.
It's not just about
the person who made Arzette, they actually had previously built entire remakes of those Zelda CDI games, and Nintendo shut them down, obviously. You can find them on the internet if you know where to look. But he was able to use the experience he gained from that to make his own game, and that's pretty sweet.
Good on him, honestly.
That game, those were
if Nintendo's gonna come in and just stomp their feet and just be like, "Hey, you're not allowed to do that." You know what? No. Get a dog up you.
Yeah, no, that was really cool because they didn't even use the original code or anything. They were completely remade from the ground up in Game Maker, which is awesome.
Yeah, right. Well, like, you're not going to want to have it run on anything aside from, like, new code, considering, like, that game is an absolute slog and a half.
But that's the thing, that was with the remake, they made it pretty playable. Like, still not great, but it's like it's much closer to probably what the original wanted to be.
There's only so much that you can do when, like, you have to work with a very specific set of physics and, like, you know, a game feel that you don't want to change it too much because then it's a completely different game.
Yeah.
I'm sure that they had to really balance on the line with that. But again, the good news is that with their own game and with their own experience, they can do whatever the heck they want. Which means that the gameplay can actually be good.
Yeah, Arzette is fantastic.
I am so psyched to play that, and I am also really psyched to be diving back into games on Sundays. So come on out and chill with that. And if that ain't your style, also on Wednesday, I have been playing through Great God Grove, and that has been pretty fun.
I want to play that so bad. I love you. I love Limbo Lane's games. Yugo Limbo is such a. I love their style so much.
It's pretty good. Like, I feel like I must have gotten through. I have to be through at least like a fourth of the game at this point, or maybe like a third. And so far, it's pretty freaking good. Like, just the comedy, the humor, the style, and also, I thought I would get tripped up on a lot of the puzzles. Turns out, no. Like, the puzzles are pretty decent. I haven't really had to think too hard about them.
Yeah, I remember seeing games like, especially when I played Smile for Me too, and now with Gregor, I'm like, man, I wish I could make something like this. Like, I feel like I could if I had like more technical skills than I have, but like, I think the reason why Limbo Lane has been able to make what they have is because they got the artist half is Yugo Limbo, and then I forget the first name of Lane. But they're like the technical person. They do all the coding and that sort of thing.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I think it's their combination of like art two people that like one person's the artist, one person's got the technical skills where they're able to like make that happen. And I'm just like,
Yeah, I can't tell you.
I need somebody who's like that. I need a lane to my Limbo.
Right, I need the ability to be able to just be the director, the guy that just stands there and goes, "Okay, here's what we're gonna do. You do that. You do this. Let's go."
I would like to do that too.
Because I have the
often
image. I
people
just
can-
don't have the brain stem, man.
Yeah, a lot of times people can do my ideas better than me, so I would.
Yeah, that's
I
also
would
true.
That too. I would be a great producer, I think.
All
I
right.
mean, the producer is the guy who does like the schedule management and things too. They do have a job.
Yeah.
God, I would just like to have some kind of a decent job on production, please. That would be fun.
Same.
Yeah, I say that as I do technically have some jobs in certain in certain production teams where I'm not going to go into detail. I've already sort of hinted at a lot of stuff here tonight. Anyway, I'm going to take off here.
Eyes emoji?
What was that?
Eyes emoji.
Eyes emoji. Exactly. Anyway, I'm going to take off here. Thanks for chatting, guys, and happy Thanksgiving to you both.
Well, happy Thankskiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
For you, Bit, for you, Pierce, and for you, everyone in chat.
Yay! Now,
Yay.
go sleep off the turkey and wake up and go buy a television.
My dad actually just bought a new TV.
Oh,
It's
heck
getting
yeah,
delivered
boy.
Tomorrow.
We use this day to be grateful for everything we have. Now go buy that iPhone. Go, 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 go. Okay.
Like, go, 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 go. All right. I'm off.
All right,
Catch
see
you
y'all
later,
later.
everybody.
Bye.
Mhm.
Bye.